sleep and receive His Spirit. You know I'm talking to the meek. Wake up out of your slumber, wake up out of your sleep and receive His Spirit. You know I'm talking to the meek. Wake up out of your slumber, wake up out of your sleep and receive His Spirit. You know I'm talking to the meek. Wake up out of your slumber, wake up out of your sleep and receive His Spirit. You know I'm talking to the meek.
Yo, resurrected, elected from the grave. I ain't worried about a demon defeating me, not today. I'ma stand on my feet with the meek. We on the way, dry bones in the valley. I'm rallying for the save. Dry bones in the valley, living but underpaid. Holy Spirit, make your presence known. We need change. Holy Spirit, make your presence known. We feel shame. Holy Spirit, make your presence known. We need flames.
As hard as these words is simply just a canvas that I wrote on. Can't supplement the faith, no creatine, but it's so strong. In our youth, we used to hit the block, getting our roll on. Now we take the gospel to the blocks we so dope on. Those that tried to stop our faith, we told them so long. The rise of my people with these heathens trying to prolong. Been through so much, but we still gotta hold on. Like back when the lights was off, we turned the stove on. Searching for warmth in these cold streets. Oh, since we woke up the truth, we can't get no sleep. My thoughts so deep, trying to get my folks to see the picture, but we hitting rock bottom, trying to wrestle with the scriptures. It's crazy, demonic forces messing with your mental health. Got all 5 senses, but you still lack sense of self. Without the Lord, your life sagging, gon' get a belt. And like that old Jordan commercial, stop and get some help.
Please, W-A-K-E-U-P, open up your KJV. We shaking up the world so you can't stay asleep. When you open up your eyes, they see IUIC, we on our grind. Bring a light to the world, let a star shine. So we pray without ceasing for our kind. Gotta stack them up to the third heaven till we give Raphael a hard time.
Dead bodies, dead conscience, dead presidents, they said commas. But that's a coma, ain't it evident that's head trauma. They said a lot, but that's irrelevant. The devil been working overtime without the scheduling. The medicine prescribed, that's the word of my God. You'll never be alive unless you let the spirit inside. Vampires throw the shade on them, but daywalkers keep the blade on them. Get cut to the core, but never fade on them. Live again.
Wake up out of your slumber, wake up out of your sleep and receive His Spirit. You know I'm talking to the meek. Wake up out of your slumber, wake up out of your sleep and receive His Spirit. You know I'm talking to the meek. Wake up out of your slumber, wake up out of your sleep and receive His Spirit. You know I'm talking to the meek. Wake up out of your slumber, wake up out of your sleep and receive His Spirit. You know I'm talking to the meek. Wake up out of your slumber, wake up out of your sleep and receive His Spirit. You know I'm talking to the meek. Wake up out of your slumber, wake up out of your sleep and receive His Spirit. You know I'm talking to the meek. Wake up out of your slumber, wake up out of your sleep and receive His Spirit. You know I'm talking to the meek. Wake up out of your slumber, wake up out of your sleep and receive His Spirit. You know I'm talking to the meek.
Dream or a memory, see both of the dot like a special delivery, feet in the sand. verses in my chemistry. Falling from God's status, uplifted by God's grace. To the distance, a golden palace preceded by 12 gates. It's wonderfully made. Roads full of gold, no potholes and they paved. Was once a slave, but now I got all 10 toes on the way. So I'ma ride, see the faith by the works. When duty called, we gon' slide. Write it down, take a picture with the prophets. We outside to the fathers and the brothers and the leaders that provide. Only thing they wanna see, they people glory when it shines.
We gotta endure. Don't mind that exit sign. To the pure, all is pure. My guard up all the time. You gotta push through the pain. Elijah showed me that the fruit comes after the rain. You gotta hold your head high. Make sure your candle always on fire. Let that light blind them when they see you walk by. Then let me see that confidence. Cause one thing about the truth, I guarantee you can't lie. Always do what's right and do it unapologetically. You know they probably talking about you, but that ain't upsetting me. Yeah, I think I'm all that. Yeah, the truth changed me. Fresh highlights and precepts in that Cambridge. Whoa.
Military time.
This is Benaiah Benjamin.
Military time. Military time.
Military time stay heavy on my mind. Looking for the lifeline. Precept on precept, line upon line. Forefathers left scripts on how to endure the climb. Patience sake, Psalms 148:14, spiritual grind. Hebrews 12:6-9, God's loved and chastised, sharpening my mind. The key to the door of the 144 I study to find. Lord's will, I'll be chosen for military time. When the king takes back his throne, I pray I can get on. Double-edged sword guided at the other nations. My king knows we've been pacing, just waiting to deliver the rod and tear down the facades. Other nations' images dissolved. Israelites' true identity resolved at the fall of these spittle nations. Military time brothers keep patiently waiting. Study, pray, apply, and build for military time. Military time stay heavy on my mind.
Military time.
Qui nous tout à modé. Est-ce que bon Dieu dans le ciel de décline? Et bien pour qui les baves les Eden? Pour qui reste nous, yo tout détruit. J'ai nomme, sous mes yeux qu'on vérité. Le boss ou yo dans la Bible. Premièrement, nous c'est yon pep choix. Raison qui fait haïtien dans misère, c'est parce que nous détournons, fin avec. Nous détruit. Actuel, nous gommets, nous refusons retourner pour nous rejoindre. Tout saleté, promettre. Race blanc par là pour aider nous en bas. Punition, c'est pour ça, toute nation, yo pas qu'à, ouais, nous, yo tout gain.
Destin Israël, c'est pour ça, yo tout gain. Pour power Seigneur, c'est pour ça, nous gain.
made from a blind barber. They can try all they want, we like why bother? Chief gon' be gnashing, taking they little and dashing against all the stone payback of the father. Hell no, they ain't gon' read that in church. Trying to stop prophecy, we putting in work. No RRP, they ain't going on church. They gon' build the walls, then we put them in dirt. We the sons of Jacob, that's who we be. Kings and priests with the Levites, no meat tree. Keep me in the secret place, Psalms 91. Thy kingdom will come and thy will be done. They gon' pick up all they guns, but they gon' get beat like a drum, ain't nowhere to run. Sac passe, where Harrell come. Coming out the slums, headed to Jerusalem, yeah.
Parce qu'en Israël, c'est pour ça yo tout rime. On va au Seigneur, c'est pour ça nous gagnons. Nation Israël, et de Mickey pour mourir. Ragué en pirate, là yo à Jésus vini. Oh oh, là yo à Jésus vini. Oh oh, là yo à Jésus vini. Oh oh, yo get pour mourir.
400 plus years of them killing us. They only mad cause the father never cared about them. So much Israelite blood in the streets. Take a step, better turn your damn shoes into red bottoms. Why they tryna go to war with the man of war? Man, they must have never read about them. Cause it's a fixed fight. They all going in a wine press. Christ come and stomp all of the red out of them. It's going down when the son of God step in. Woo. You can run and get your weapons, but see the sky gonna crack and the saints gonna deliver. Babylon about to get a C-section, and after that you gotta pay for what you did. I'm talking about the men and the women and the kids, every one of them. I wanna see Obadiah 18 when the Lord get the orders and we kill every one of them.
Parce qu'en Israël, c'est pour ça yo tout rime. On va au Seigneur, c'est pour ça nous gagnons. Nation Israël, et de Mickey pour mourir. Ragué en pirate, là yo à Jésus vini. Oh oh, là yo à Jésus vini. Oh oh, là yo à Jésus vini. Oh oh, yo get pour mourir. Oh oh, yo get pour mourir.
Revelation chapter 13 and verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
My tribe, yeah, I represent my tribe. My God, there ain't no one like my God. My vibe, yeah, no one kill my vibe. Bottom line, there ain't nothing like family. My tribe, yeah, I represent my tribe. My God, there ain't no one like my God. My vibe, yeah, no one kill my vibe. Bottom line, there ain't nothing like family.
I'm feeling the vibe, I'm here with my tribe. We gather together, the spirit is live. My brother and fly, can't no one deny. We moving and grooving and sipping on wine. No fussing or fighting, just have a good time. I look at my wife, she looking so fine. Ain't worried about nobody taking what's mine. She give me the look, I'm waking my eye. We got the guys up in the building, righteous elders, women and children. Flipping through scriptures, counting millions. We only rocking with the real ones. While they plotting and planning to kill us.
It's that time again.
Hour plus.
Ya la hora. You know, power hour. Ponle atención. Clap. Hour, maybe more, that's a blessing. Learn from the captains and the leadership. Flee from religion, cause them churches never teaching shit. Everything you learn for your benefit. Line upon line is a requisite. Never take a deficit. Yeah, that mean you take a loss if you stray from the way. You get the understanding if you study every day. Apply what you learn and bless when you pray. There's one interpretation, man, it's say what it say. Ya viene el tiempo, entra para el templo. Aprende del maestro con talento. La Biblia es el centro, usando a Israel como instrumento. No te pierdas en doctrina como viento. Estudia y ora y aplica. Tiempo para Dios, ven, hace una cita. Escritura dinamita, morenos y hispanos israelitas. Oye cómo explica Israel. The power hour. Learn your family history, don't be a coward. Yeah, tune in, it's the power hour. I said learn your family history, don't be a coward.
Yeah, history to learn. It's the power hour. 11 hour. Tune in to your history. You know it ain't no history. Power hour. 11 hour.
Fighting from oppression to saving all guys, chilling, giving light to the people. Don't let the devil beat you when you have at your disposal all these leaders that can teach you how to fight fornication, eat in moderation, correcting all these marriages and self-examination. All these different topics getting covered plus a lot more. You probably sleeping if you thinking this is not war. All these different topics getting covered plus a lot more. Just tune in and we gon' tell you what to watch for. Yeah, the Power Hour. You know, it's the Power Hour. Yeah, the Power Hour. Yeah.
Shalom, are we live?
I don't know.
Maybe
we can't tell.
We can't tell because
God.
we can't hear anything.
Can you hear anything?
Now I hear it.
Can you move? How do you feel?
I feel like I'm a little in a box with the way
if you
everything's
move a little
set
bit
up
too
here.
much to the right, you might drop that. If you move to the left, you might drop your laptop.
Yeah, it's all right. When I open my Bible, I'll go like this.
Damn.
I ain't got no room. Shoot.
I like that shot though.
Yeah.
The shot is way
All
better.
right, let's try this again. Shalom, shalom. Welcome to the Power Hour Plus. I am Deacon Yashua.
Shalom, shalom. Officer Asher here.
Shalom, shalom. Officer Job.
Yeah, Officer Tobias, shalom.
Officer Benson out of the booth again.
Hey, out of the booth.
But with a cut.
But
with a cut, the beard's a little combed up.
Django,
Yeah, man.
Django,
Like glasses on too.
You don't look like the Django
He
today.
Looking studious.
He looking
and-
like Django when he got the new apparel, the new attire.
Right.
this is Django Unchained.
Unchained. Oh, he looked like chained up Django last week. Damn. Looking like chained up Django last week. Yeah. Oh, hey, so we back. We had the off week because of the new moon. All right. But all praises, we kept it rolling. We had our West Coast new moon topic.
Right.
Yeah, that was
Fire
fire. That was excellent.
Praises, all praises.
That
we
was
should,
excellent.
We should post that one
Yeah.
in the chat.
Can we just put it up real quick?
Go ahead,
Can we
put
just
it up.
put that
Put
up
up
real
the new
quick?
moon class.
IT team, please.
If you can get that thumbnail,
if
that'd
y'all
be
on
great.
point. Let's
That
get
would
that
be
thumbnail
great.
or the video so the people can see that fire class.
We still learning the new setup. Our table area is tight.
Yeah. I feel like
So-
if you move too much, you're gonna elbow me.
So we fixed the cameras.
Right.
All praises. All praises. And now we got another week after today to fix the rest of the setup so we can get the rest of the table back.
yeah, we'll get it. We'll get it
We
rocking.
get it. Nah, listen. No. Look, I'm not mad. I'm not upset. Just a little disheartened. Maybe
Okay.
they would have rather had me angry, huh?
All right.
You know.
Look like they got it. It looked like they got it.
Heavy as the head, huh?
Heavy is the head, the spiritual weight of leadership.
They're trying to shut me up by bombing. Over
Right.
They're trying to shut me up by
And
bombing.
you look mad. You look kind of upset on that.
That's a tough
Maybe that's
picture of
your
you.
that's you speaking to them
That's
right
that
All
now.
praises.
austere
Did they do
picture.
something to it? Did they do like some AI to it? Or something?
No, that's you, D.
Yeah.
That's all
In the
you.
flesh.
No, man. I see myself different when
Got
I
to
look in
see
the mirror.
But yeah, if y'all,
Praises.
make sure y'all tune
So go
in and
ahead. So
watch
go ahead.
that.
So what was the topic that we did for New Moon? Talk about it.
Yeah, heavy is the head, the spiritual weight of leadership. This Deke, you already know how Deke is. He's gonna come from different angles on something that you would think from surface level, oh, it's just talk about leadership. No. This is gonna go in all angles of leadership, from the husband's tree of a husband, being a leader in the house, a leader in the school, a leader in your life. Gotta watch the class.
Okay, all right. All praises to the Most High. Yeah, so we did that for New Moon, so we kept it rocking. We back here, second show with the new setup, the new studio.
That's right.
Feels good, feels spacious, except where I'm at.
Great.
I feel like I'm back in the other room.
Nah, it's not that bad.
You not sitting where I'm
Oh my
sitting, bro.
gosh.
You got all that table space
Yeah,
in front of you.
you can
I do.
move, bro.
Hey,
You a
so
lot
much-
bigger
you
as
got
well.
real estate. So
Look,
much space.
you
for
You can
activity.
yawn and extend your arm.
But
I'm restricted right
and look,
now.
it's not just the laptop, because he ain't got no laptop and he restricted too.
Right.
That's true.
So it's not that. Like, this is good because it's up above the table. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot with Asher being so small, he's still
Hey,
restricted.
how come he is still
Things
taller?
work out, bro.
We
Things
fixed
work out.
we fixed the chairs a little bit. We fixed the chairs a little. No, you can clearly see my chair is high. It's his
The
head.
chair's higher.
It's his head is longer and his hair.
Is that my inking head?
No, we've clearly done the height thing before, so there's no. That's your Inca head. All right, that's the Inca head
Oh,
for
man.
sure. Right. So they're right. The seats are a little more leveled out, and we did we fixed the camera shots, and then we got the new wide shots, which I think are better. I think are better.
What
Those
is it?
wide shots are better.
Wide shot look like?
Q cameras.
There we go.
Right. He said boxers do well in corners. Blacks and Latinos don't do well in tight corners. Yeah, but not when I'm reading the Bible.
Right.
Or when I'm eating. Like, I don't like sitting in booths.
Yeah.
Like, when you go sit in the booth and it's too many people.
The wide shots are better.
Claustrophobic, need some elbow room.
Went out with
Use
the
your own
family the other day. The
space.
kids wanted to sit in a booth. I said, "Nah, we need a table." I said, "Trust me, when they start bringing all the plates." I'm like, "You are right. I need shoulder space."
Right.
You know, I need a little
Trying
shoulder.
to cut something. It's just,
Right,
it
you
doesn't
cutting
work.
like this and everything. Nah, I don't like it. I don't like the booth. But it's all right. All praises. We gonna work on it. They getting the feedback and we moving through different stuff.
Yes, sir.
We back. We back for another week. All right.
I look
What was
yellow.
that? Baby come to death row. Is that the one where the sister was cursing out? Oh, I don't know if I want to go over that.
Yeah, that one was kind of crazy.
Bro, this isn't everything, bro. This is everything that I've been posting that you pulled from the archives too. Oh, all
a
right.
folder right
but it's
there,
all right.
right?
We're not going to the Venezuela stuff first. So
All right.
we're going to go to the health things, whatever we got health-wise first. So
Yeah, that jacket is definitely not healthy.
okay. All right. Is that all I posted for health stuff?
Yeah, it was 3 videos over the last.
It was only 3 on
It's
the
funny
last
'cause
of the
the one
topic
that posted
content?
it
Okay. All right. Okay.
Is someone that I could see wearing it.
Damn.
Dang.
Oh, the chair looked like it have an eject button. It got a lot of features on it. I fixed the back, so I feel a little more supported.
Hey, I'm rocking.
They got the massager.
Right.
The massage.
Nah,
is
I
rolling.
can't plug my massage in because if not, then I'll have a cord in the way.
Right.
And then I'm tethered.
Yeah.
It's not comfortable for me. I'll tell you that. But I'll make it work.
Feels great.
People.
I feel it. I feel it.
I'm here for the people. Look, you see, every time I move this moves.
Yeah, that's.
I'm worried about that cup.
I know.
I feel like you're just gonna.
I
feel like
know.
that
Shai's
cup.
probably like cabrón. Then don't move it. Then don't move it. Why you gotta move it? Just leave it the way it is. Gosh. He's like, do you know we didn't leave here till after midnight last night fixing the cameras? You know, right. Damn. Anyway, we here. What's up? We doing Sense of the Night? Ruvain is out again.
Yeah,
he probably
man,
asleep
Ruvain is
again too.
out.
He was asleep last week. Didn't even watch the show.
Yeah, usually we have him call in and do it on Zoom.
I
but
told him like
he's been out.
maybe we could have him.
Yeah,
call,
I don't.
but
He's
heavily
jacked up.
medicated.
He's jacked up.
oh, he came for Sunday for a little bit to the game night.
Nah, he hit us. I think he hit us up today. Said he was jacked up.
Yeah, he messed up. Are y'all taking care of him?
Yeah, he's good.
See how I didn't get an answer to my question?
Yeah, he's good.
Did you catch that?
Yeah.
I asked, are y'all taking care of him? He didn't even say yeah. He said he's good.
Right.
No, I mean overall, he's good. Like if he needs anything, he would ask and everything.
I'm
but
about
we've
to
been
check right
checking
now.
checking in on him. Shamgar,
I tell you,
he has
it's
him.
rough being a single brother in this, bro.
This is facts.
Oh, man.
Tobias said that with confidence.
I don't know. This is the head of hospitality over here with
He's
his big
single.
with his big Inca head.
Dang.
You think it would be successful?
Dang.
Freaking Olmec Dome over here. Ruvain at home all jacked up. It's all right.
we'll get it right. We'll get
Prayers
it
with
right.
Ruvain.
Pain-wise, pain-wise.
Let's really
Ruvain.
get ready.
Yeah, keep him.
I don't know, but if he ain't back by next week, we might have to kick him off the chair.
Oh damn.
Damn.
That's gonna motivate
I
him
would
to
leave
get
that
back
one
in
alone.
here. He's gonna pop like 4
Watch,
pain
he's gonna
pills.
start texting. Hey, I'm here. Let me call in.
I'm saying,
You're right.
though,
He hasn't
like-
even been watching. That's crazy.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's my point.
that's weird.
Like he not even watching. Like what the hell is that
Let me hit
about?
him up.
I know he says at a certain time he has to take his medication for a situation, so he
And
knocks
then,
out.
and then it knocks him out.
Yeah.
Yep.
So.
All right. Okay. All right. I'll roll with that. Hey, turn me up just a little bit. I don't know if you gotta, because I keep doing this because I can't hear myself and then my neck is hurting.
You want your mic up?
No, because then it'll then I can't move anymore. I found a position where I could keep myself.
Tell me where to stop.
I think that's all right. That's good. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes.
I got
just
you.
want to hear myself as we go through this. Anyway, a lot of stuff going on.
Facts.
I wasn't sure where to go with the direction, but then I always leave things out, right? Man, you know, that's what I forgot. I forgot to put the article today. That's what I needed to post. Let me see. Where's my phone? Oh, here it is. Y'all do the sense of the
article?
night and stuff.
All right. Yeah. Hey. So the scent of the night, you actually brought it?
I brought a scent. I'm rocking classic barbershop.
You like classic barbershop.
That's my go-to.
Just let the people see.
Yeah. But rose sandalwood is the one I keep on the go. And then we also got the butter. The butter.
And look at how well packaged it is. It's
gotta
like
do
it doesn't come in just some regular just plastic bag or jar, clear, no labels.
And you got to get you a horn comb. The horn comb is necessary.
A horn comb is actually a good thing too because I never knew about it until Ruvain turned me onto it, and I actually was able to comb through my beard without the tangles.
Right.
That's what tripped me out. I'm like, yo, I just went through my beard without getting tangled.
It's a lot less static too. Like when you brushing it with a horn comb, because like a plastic or something like that, it's all staticky. Your hair get tangled and stuff. Like you notice the shedding. The moment I used that horn comb, I was like, oh, this is good, bruh. It was life changing.
And it makes it stronger too. So like it strengthens the beard.
Right.
Interesting.
The same thing that the horn's made of is the same thing that's in the beard.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
All praises. The scent I got on is coconut. I just like coconuts too. Coconut's good for your body. We're about to go into health soon.
Yeah.
I got that. What is it? Vanilla tobacco.
Fire.
Tobacco.
I switched it up. Yeah, I used to use the classic barbershop a lot, but switch it up. That vanilla tobacco is fire. Yeah. It's a little spicy, but I like it.
Yeah.
Ash.
I got the mahogany spice. I used the liquid one. I usually use the
balm.
The balm, but I used the liquid this time. The one that the beard growth one, because there's different ones. You got the balm, you got the beard growth one, and then you got the other one that's just what's the other one? I think it's just mainly the scent in general, but it still has the oils in it and all that. So yeah, man, some good stuff.
Yeah.
Some good stuff.
So you testify, or you can testify that it is something good to use, and you notice your beard growing. And
yeah, I've been noticing my beard growing for the past year and a half, really since I've been here. I know a lot usually grows down here, but I've been seeing it fill in closer to like it's going up in my cheek. So boom, it's growing right here, and then it keeps going up and up. This part has just been the hardest to grow, but genetics and all that. But it's been working. The beard, the thermal rolling, and all that. I stopped using the other method, but I need to get back to it. But eventually, it's all good.
Are you talking about the minoxidil?
Yeah, the minoxidil, man. I stopped because I used to do it every night, and even in the morning sometimes. And then I think I just got to a point. I was doing it for like 2 years, bro, like straight. And I think just one day I didn't do it, and then you just forget the other night, and
One
you just
day
kind of
turn
neglect it.
into two.
Yeah, bro. And I still got 2 of them at home, and they expired
Yeah, I was
December
about to say,
25,
they
bro.
expire. Yeah.
So I'm like, shoot, I gotta take this thing like ASAP, bro.
Hey, the minoxidil is a game changer though.
Nah, it is.
The minoxidil mixed with the derma roller. It's
Yeah,
bro.
bro.
It's all of it. It's a recipe.
Right.
You can't leave one off without the other.
You
'cause
need
you're gonna-
all of it.
Yep.
Exactly.
Right.
That's what's gonna hook you up.
It's like macros for your head.
Right.
All of it.
Hey, but also too, don't forget the beard wash as well.
Oh,
That's an important part of the whole formula.
This is out here with no bell. Ding, 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 ding,
Right.
ding.
You got the oil, you got the oil, you have the balm, you have the butter, but don't forget the wash.
Yes.
It's a combo, it's a package deal. You can't use one without the other.
Right. Because when you use that wash, you can literally feel it strip all the extra stuff away from your beard.
Yep.
Especially after a long day of camp. You know what I mean? Go home, wash all that 27th Avenue and Indian School filth off of you, and you'd be good to go.
Did you see Benson shot? That's why it looks weird with the chair there. So that's why when we're off with somebody, I'll sit centered, and then we'll do that. I probably should just let you go.
Yeah. Also, Remain, I
wanted them to see the new shot and the difference.
You should do it dramatically, like because you don't have no space.
Yeah.
So you should I don't know, maybe spill that on me or something, and then I'm like, oh shit, and I get up and. No, you're right though. It looks crazy. So
right. So it's off balance. So
yeah. I guess,
But yeah,
I guess I'll go now.
I don't have much to say.
All right then.
But you doing it like you want me to say no and stay.
It's like, no, it's okay next time.
I'm putting my Bible away now.
I know, but you gotta.
It's like an easy fix.
You gotta move your chair.
But I won't be talking.
And Deke, you're gonna have a lot of room now.
Now I have room.
Your
That was-
real estate.
I'm
gonna lose spirit.
I set it up that way so that I could have the.
Like he said, now I got space for my Bible.
Hey, this is about to be a fire shot right here. Yes.
Solutions.
Okay.
Look at that right there.
Now I got
Yeah,
Come
bro.
on. Look, it's like
That's how.
even.
That's how it's got to be.
Yeah, that's got to be the main shot, Deke.
Right.
And the
Deke,
only
Deke,
time
that looks good.
I think that's the main shot right there, Deke. I don't think.
It depends if we have people or not. Like we gotta see.
Yeah, I think this is the main shot, unless we have visitors.
Oh, let me turn on that mic. What are you trying to do?
His mic got to be turned on when he go back in there.
Yeah, I mean, 1 2 1 2.
No, he got to turn it on.
All right.
No, not on the table.
There we go.
Hey, how do y'all like that? How y'all like that shot online?
Hit it with a fire if it's a good shot.
Now I don't know what to do.
I took it out of spite.
It got lost with all the space.
I don't know what to do with all the space.
So much more real estate.
Hey,
now.
there we go. And then now when Benson talk, it don't look so bad. See, look, now it's a balanced shot.
I
There
like
we go.
that.
There we
See,
go.
Deke and his details, he's very meticulous with that.
Little bit sometimes. All right. So this is what we'll do when we're off balance.
Yes,
All
sir.
When we're off balance. If Ruvain ever comes back.
Yeah, if he ever comes back.
Right. And Papito
Freaking
wants to
Ru.
make sure the production goes good so he don't get bad ratings and get on a pip.
Right.
Oh my God.
He
Yo.
said-
So-
not like LA. Not
So
like
I
LA.
assume you got an email. I hope it was good.
Oh, I saw a whole bunch of pip emails. I
Oh
said,
my
"Oh
God.
my goodness!" I said,
Dang.
"Performance improvement. What is going on?" I said, "Goodness gracious!" Oh, I guess they like that shot. Everybody
Yeah, they
put
like it. They
Everybody
got-
put the emojis
They
and
got
stuff.
the bombs.
All right, it looked better. It's balanced. Okay, all praises to the Most High.
Roy.
Wait, I didn't do my center tonight.
Come on.
I'm
I was
doing one.
waiting.
I'm doing Feast Day Bold. Feast Day Bold.
Feast day bold in this joint.
No, that's what I had this morning. I took a shower before the show.
See, look at this.
So after the morning shower, I put Feast Day Bold. I have amber sandalwood now.
Come on.
So Deke, explain. Like, do you have a cabinet where you open, you just got all your scents
No, I've
lined
shown
up?
it before. I have like a little tiered like shelf thing.
Oh, okay.
And I got them all lined up. So it's like 3 tiers, like 3 steps. And I got all the beard stuff lined up. Got my colognes on there and all that too.
Okay.
Yeah, so when I go in the closet, it's just all right there. Boom, boom, boom. Right? You
Nice.
know? And then when I'm testing scents, I got those by the sink, like the testers and stuff like that. So yeah, man, I got the setup.
All praise.
Look it up.
I gotta finish mine on my counter.
Yeah, you know what? I haven't been trying to get new scents because like I'm trying to finish what I have. I don't wanna just keep piling up. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
Hey, and quick tip too, with the oil, you know, if you one of them brothers that's inconsistent and you got some oil sitting on the shelf, when you use it, shake it up a little bit. Because, you know, sometimes if you let it sit for too long, you think you're using it and it doesn't have that scent, shake it up. Like mix it back together because that'll bring it back to life a little bit. But stop being inconsistent too.
Oh, Princess Court said she was going over the parenting class. Wow, I did that a long time ago. Wasn't that like 3
yeah.
parts?
Yeah. Parenting God's way.
Yeah, I did that a long time ago. Right. It was 2 parts. I don't know if it was 2 or 3.
They
I
were
did that.
separate classes,
That was
too.
a long time ago. That was a long time ago I did that. You know, there was a lot of content that we had to remove. I had a lot of classes up and things like that. And I don't even remember all the topics, to be honest with you. But there was some good stuff.
You had to
went
get rid of
over.
them.
Yeah. It was a lot of stuff to build the body up when I first got here. So, you know.
So you're gonna do a revamp one?
I don't remember a lot of that stuff. I mean, if y'all got requests, I can always go back and look at it with fresh eyes and kind of redo it. and
I
see
think
what's up.
you've been in the spirit of prophecy lately. A lot of stuff going on, current events.
I wouldn't say. That's just sometimes you got to circulate around on certain things.
You know what you got to run back is Genesis. The Genesis breakdown was fire.
I don't know.
I
man.
remember a little
think
Genesis.
Malachi did some stuff in there, and Bishop Nathaniel recently that was pretty.
Yeah, they've
heavy
been
too.
they've been on it.
Right. I mean, I appreciate that all that stuff was edifying for people and stuff like that. But I don't know. Like, it bounces around. Like, I go by what's in my spirit, you know?
Yeah.
And then, like, some things I partition off for the show. Other things, like, I got 2 or 3 topics already chambered for, like, Sabbath classes.
Okay,
you know?
okay. Yeah,
I got the Romans 7.
Romans 7. That's gonna be a good one.
I got the heavy is the head full version.
Right, the full version gonna be clean.
Is completed?
New Moon.
It will be when they call my number.
Okay.
It will be when they call my number. And I also I got another one about straying alone.
Ooh, that is
Like what? Like June 19 straying alone?
Yeah, like, you know, people who separate themselves.
Got you.
Their
Yeah.
feelings and they start thinking crazy stuff. And,
Right.
You know.
Okay. That's gonna be good because a lot of people deal with that. You know, that's the beauty of those classes, man.
So I mean, I got like 3 locked and loaded. I try to see when I'm gonna bring them out and stuff like that.
Yeah, Lord's where you get that marathon. And that way you could do the longer.
I got that too.
Yes, that'd be great.
And that's just a bunch of notes. Like it's pages of
Yeah.
Like I don't really have all the verses that I want, but that would be a lot of supporting info.
Yeah.
Like definitely
yeah.
the scripts will come out, but that would be a lot of.
And if we find out, we
information.
can really set it up nice.
Yeah,
get some stuff going.
I got a bunch of stuff all over the place. I just sometimes the topics drop, and then I got my list of topics that I've never developed the stuff for. Just thoughts that pop in my head.
So do you ever think like? Typically, what I do is I think of a title as I'm driving or something like that, and then I'll put the title, and then I start developing. How do you usually?
Sometimes
rock?
it's a title. Sometimes it's just a scripture, and then a couple thoughts around it.
Got you.
And
you start
then I build from there. So sometimes like a verse triggers a thought about something or situation, and then I'll jot that down real quick. And
boom.
But ever since I started using GPT, I don't put it in my notes app anymore
you just speak now
because I could talk to GPT.
Right.
So when and it picks up the really good, like even with my New York accent. Like if I use Apple speech text, they just all jacked up.
It's lost.
Right. But I'll use GPT and then I go back to that to build it up when I'm ready. So I probably got to organize a little more because you can make a little folder.
You can make folders, yep, like
and then put a
topics,
folder
yep.
for class topics and then keep everything there because like I check GPT for like almost everything.
Yeah, no, GPT has changed my life. Like if you don't got GPT and you in 2025, there's something wrong with you.
I use it as a productivity tool.
Yes.
Like it's hilarious.
You got the paid version?
Yeah.
Wait, the paid version or the paid version?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't got that. I don't need all that extra stuff.
I wonder what the paid version gives you.
I think that's like for complex stuff.
Right.
There's a research and study mode that I just discovered the other day.
On the regular version.
On the regular version that I want to try a little bit. But here's the thing: you got to be careful with GPT. It's only as good as what you put in.
Right. The prompts and all that.
Yeah, you have to be very clear and distinct with what you want from it and what you're looking for, because if not, it's gonna just kind of take you all over the place, right? So you have to ground it in your thought. And that's kind of what I'll do. So like if I'm driving, I'll think of it and I'll say the verse and I'll say, hey, I'm thinking of doing a class.
Yeah.
Or I'll let it know if it's a podcast. And then it starts saying, oh, okay, yeah. And then since it makes suggestions, like it's a freaking assistant.
Right. Would you like
like it's not just a depository for stuff. Like it actually says it'll make suggestions, and I'll be like, oh snap, I didn't think of that. And like I could use that. So it'd be like, you want to put it in this format? Would you like me to do this?
Right.
I think that's like this. You could talk about,
Yeah,
and it gets to know you too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
it kind of gets to know who you are. And
yeah, so it'll ask me if I want it in my usual style or whatever.
Do you want it for
I feel like Iron Man.
Yeah,
I feel like Tony Stark, and I got Friday.
You got Jarvis.
That's what I'm saying. If you get the advanced version,
right,
it may
Friday,
be
right?
it may be something crazy. Like maybe it'll show a what is it called?
Hologram.
Holograms or something. Maybe you'll actually see him.
It might be coming.
I don't know.
It might
Never
be
know.
coming.
That'll be crazy.
You never know. I actually used GPT for my job. I had to figure out some program on the panel. Boom, popped it right up.
Gotta be careful
Bro,
with that,
I was
bro.
in the game. I was in there.
Yeah, so people over there giving suggestions on classes. I take under those things under advisement, see what people want on it. I remember when I did the Parenting God's Way class, I thought about writing a book even because I had got so into it. So I was thinking about writing a book back then about the parenting stuff, but we didn't have things like AI that you could talk it and, like it's just, there's no time in the day.
Right.
And people are requesting these topics, right? But people got to remember too, the topics are only good if you apply what's being brought out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only as good as what
you know,
take
man,
out.
that's
a topic in itself.
Right. That's the spirit. I'm glad you said that.
Because
y'all may have noticed I've been posting less marriage stuff in our content collection.
Yep.
Right.
I noticed.
And I was thinking about it today, and I'm like, I know people really like the relationship and
they love it,
proving and marriage stuff, but nobody listens. So I'm not doing any of that on purpose.
Right. It's entertainment for people.
Yeah, it's just entertainment.
It's entertainment.
It's like Jerry Springer.
Or like an I told you so, see wife, see husband, and then they themselves don't consider.
So I haven't been doing it anymore on purpose. I've been staying away from certain relationship on the show. I'm talking about certain relationship and marital topics because nobody listens.
It's been a minute since you've done one.
Nobody listens.
Nope, because the same old BS still comes up.
Yeah,
every
I don't
time.
do it. Everybody's like, "Oh, fire! Oh, yeah, I'm cut."
Yep.
And then they put a Band-Aid on and just let themselves keep dripping. They
Right.
don't even change the gauze or nothing. They just
Damn.
I'm
I
cut. Let me
I
just,
just like the pain. That's it.
Yeah, so
That's real though, man. That's
So
real.
if
That's
you're
that Proverbs.
requesting these classes, apply what's being taught.
Oh wow. So she took that parenting class and she did a summary for her job and they gave her, I guess she has to do continuing education credits.
Nice.
Wow, that's crazy. Oh, praises. That's beautiful.
Nice.
That's what's up. Hey, you know what? You said Tony Stark, but you're right. I like Batman was my favorite growing up. So
Batman is a G. No superpower. I mean, he's got some strength, but that's all of what he's built.
Batman was all strength of character and
Yeah,
will.
man. Discipline,
And money.
power, and money,
And
right?
money.
So he had the gadgets and all that.
I know the joke is like, what's his superpower around everybody else?
Yeah.
But if you think about it, as crazy as he might seem for what he does, but not really being a superpowered superhero.
Yeah.
He's actually the most normal of all the superheroes.
Right. He's
True.
a more
Like he's the
grounded.
most grounded,
Yep.
and that's why I liked him. Like he's the most grounded. His thing was like perfecting. Like he has no super strength. He has no.
Very natural.
And his story has a lot of substance,
Yeah.
right? His tragic story from a child,
Yeah.
his heart,
I
his
think you know, that's
hardships.
interesting because
Some good stuff, man.
People always ask why I talk about stuff about self-improvement and stuff a lot in the scriptures, and I guess I always gravitated towards that because that, like, all the reasons I like Batman, as like, you know, a lot of people like super. I like the X-Men too, but
Batman's an Israelite.
Batman was my thing. Yeah, Batman's an Israelite.
He's an
Batman was my thing, man, because I just felt like it was him. Like he went and he learned.
Right.
And he had the capacity for it, but he also had the drive and the willpower and the discipline to get that stuff.
His
know,
decision making was never.
now granted, he was shaped by his trauma, right? Which I've also gone over trauma.
Yeah,
and things
right.
like that
Yes,
too.
yes.
Right.
But for me, like his stuff was like about what you could be
Right.
if you really, you know. Of course, he didn't have to work a 9 to 5.
Facts.
But he struggled. He put himself in a position to where he was always testing his limits.
Yeah, but he's beyond just a strategist. Somebody believes a strategist. That's true. That's one of his greatest strengths. Like, but it's just if you think about what he did to improve himself, and he ain't got no meta powers.
Right. He's calculated.
He ain't got no meta
makes
powers.
calculated decisions.
And they've shown you, like, hypothetically, like he could take out the whole Justice League.
Damn.
With prep.
Yep.
Right?
Wow.
That's the joke. That's the joke. Batman with prep time beats everybody.
That's crazy.
With prep time. With prep time.
Crazy.
Like he'll neutralize everybody's powers with prep time.
Hey, his tenacity was shown in that movie with Bane. Remember when he went to that prison
The Dark
and he had to
Knight
show
Rises.
he had to show tenacity, he had to show willpower, discipline.
Yep.
He ended up getting up out of there. Bro, Superman could have just flew out.
Right.
Doggone Aquaman could have swam out. Whatever the case may be.
Just summon the water.
Right, that's it. Batman, boom.
But if you
out.
think about it, he knows his limitations, which is what makes him so
Yes.
lethal. So you talk about know yourself.
Right. Dang, now you're going deep.
Yeah, bro, that's what I'm telling you. Like if you really do like an assessment on the characters.
So what was Joker? Because since we're talking about it, Joker, I believe, is the greatest enemy. I love his mind.
That's what Batman would be if he let his emotions get control of him.
Damn.
Damn, that's that Proverbs 28, 25.
That's the Galatians 5:17.
That's the evil version of Batman.
Shoot.
Batman being Batman is in the spirit. Joker is the carnal Batman.
Hold on,
Just driven by his lust and his madness. Like Joker's low EI Batman.
Exactly.
Low emotional
that's a
intelligence
good-
Batman, right?
Wait a
Hey, let's get into some fitness stuff so we can get into the main part of the topic. All right. What do we got here? What's the first one? You know what? That's a real good one. But wait, before we do that one, let me see what the other two were. Let's see.
At the calorie guide.
Let's start with the processed food one first. All right. Hold on, but don't play it. Get it ready. Let's get it ready. Anyway, so processed foods. And I know there's gonna be some people that are watching right now talking about, oh, but the processed foods and all that, right? Check it out. You hear all this stuff about processed foods, right? Processed foods, that's the issue, that's the issue. No, it's not that your fat ass don't move and that you eat too much, right? It's processed foods, right? They tell you there's processed foods. If you really think about it, everything is processed to some extent. And the issue with ultra processed foods stems more, Damn, I didn't put the Lane Norton one. I thought I submit, or was it in the archive or fitness? There's one with Lane Norton where he talks about the ultra processed foods. What the issue with the ultra processed food is not necessarily the makeup of it itself. It's the fact that it's formulated to trigger the craving signal, so to speak, so that you wind up overeating them. The other issue with ultra processed foods, right, is that they tend to be calorically dense. They don't keep you full for long, so your body processes them quickly, and hence it's easier to overeat. I was talking with Captain Zakai this weekend when we were in LA, and he was saying that he liked the part about where I showed the muffin and the coffee and, you know, understanding that concept of people think they don't eat a lot, but they're eating a lot of calories, and that's really what matters at the end of the day, over your calorie. And the last video I'm going to show is really going to put a different perspective on the calories in, calories out thing, so you can understand it a little better. But I want you to look at this video that deals with the processed foods part, right? Because I'm not saying your diet should be compromised of all that stuff, but some processed foods, there's some pretty good nutritious, I don't even want to say healthy, there's some pretty good nutritious processed foods, right? Oh yeah, that's it. The uncomfortable truth about processed foods they aren't telling you. I do like that. This is a clip from his. How long was this clip though? Was this long? Does it show the minutes on it? Okay, before we show him, let's show this, then we'll show him, then we'll go back. So I got 4 fitness nutrition videos to show y'all before we move to the main topic, all right?
Hey, tag me in that and I'll download it for y'all real quick.
All right. You heard that? Tag him in that one while we talk about this one, all right? Boom, let's go to this guy.
Every food is a processed food. Processed food just means food that's changed from how it grows. Take an apple. It's full of fiber, water, and vitamins. The fiber slows digestion, the water adds bulk, and together they keep you full for about 80 calories. Now mash the apple into apple sauce and we've processed it more. The fiber's gone and what's left is sugar and water. It digests fast, giving you quick energy, but almost no fullness. And because it takes 2 apples to make 1 cup of applesauce, you eat the calories of multiple apples in seconds. But turn that apple into apple pie and now it's ultra processed. We've added sugar, flour, and butter. The vitamins get diluted, the fiber gets buried under starch and fat, and every bite digests really fast. And that's how you can eat hundreds of calories before your stomach even realizes it's full. So you could have this apple for 80 calories, this apple sauce for 200, or this pie for 400. Same apple, 3 processes, 3 totally different effects on your body. Not all processing is bad. Freezing vegetables can protect nutrients, and some processes like adding low-calorie sweeteners can help you enjoy flavor without the sugar. The problem is when ultra-processed foods loaded with sugar, flour, and oils take over most of your diet. They don't fill you up, but they keep you craving more. So choose foods that fuel you, not fool you, and follow me for Bodybuilding Made Simple.
Right. So it says just make the better choices, right? So like I'll give you an example. Some of you brothers are doing this diet stuff, and some brothers want to go for the aggressive calorie cut, right? Yeah. And I keep trying to warn brothers that they're not built for that, right? Like some of you, it's been a year and a half, and you're not able to sustain it. So while there is a productive way to crash diet, so to speak, some brothers are not built for that, because if you're in this cycle of binge and repeat, then what you wind up is either you wind up being in maintenance in a hard way, right? Because you beat yourself up for a few weeks, right, with severe calorie restriction. Right. Then you binge out for 2 weeks, right? Damn. And then you go back.
And you're back to where you were.
Right. And then you're on this yo-yo, right? You know, like you shouldn't be doing it with all protein bars and, you know, just snack pack foods type of things. Like there's ways to put a lot of volume in a small amount of calories, right? Right. Like for example, let's say you're putting carbs in your diet, right? For performance, for fullness. I think I saw something the other day. 1 cup of rice, right? Let's say like 125 calories of rice has the same amount of carbs of 300 grams of potatoes.
Really?
So you get almost 3 times the food on your plate for the same calorie density. What do you think is going to keep you fuller longer, the rice or the potatoes?
The potatoes.
Like the potatoes.
Yeah.
Because you get to eat more of them, right? Yeah. So there's ways that you could creatively do those things. Same thing with protein, right? And we've shown videos like that before. You can get your protein from peanut butter, right? And 40 grams of protein in peanut butter is like 800 calories, right? Or you could get that from egg whites, right? And 40 grams of protein then comes out to like maybe 200 calories, right? So it's trying to eat foods that keep you full but still maintain your calorie thing, right? And it's not to say, I don't want to put a thing out there and say, no, there aren't processed foods that they put things in and they change the makeup. Yes, there's some things with chemicals, but just because you don't know what something means doesn't mean that it's a synthetic chemical.
Right.
I've gone over that, right? Where I listed the chemicals that are in a banana.
Yep.
And people were like, oh, snap. That's a lot of stuff. And then they realize it's just a banana.
Yeah.
They put the scientific name for vitamin B12, vitamin K, or whatever it is, right? And they put that on there, and you think it's something bad, and it's really just something that occurs in nature. And they've just put it in there with that name, right? So it's not inherently bad. Yes, you should make better choices, but what you think about processed foods, you're just hearing people, you're just hearing the negative stuff you hear the loudest, not realizing that there's a lot of I'll give you an example. Whole Foods is full of nutritious processed foods. Right? When you buy something that's not in its raw form, that's a processed food. Right?
Like the example that we had.
Like the example that we showed in that video, right? With an apple, right? And just some of the forms of it. But let's see what Lane Norton has to say about this. This is Dr. Lane Norton. I like a lot of his stuff. You know, he can come off as a little bit of a jerk, but you know, he kind of knows what he's talking about when it comes to nutrition aspects, right?
Some people blame the food processing for the obesity crisis. Ultra-processed foods absolutely contribute to the obesity crisis for no other reason other than they make it extremely hyper-palatable and it has low satiety. Before 1950s...
So stop. Ultra-processed foods contribute, but not because they have chemicals and stuff in them. They're hyper-palatable, which means... I've answered this before. Like, you can't just eat 2 Oreos. If that's the serving, you eat a line. You can't just do a serving of chips. You wind up eating the whole bag, right? So on and so forth. Go ahead.
If you wanted cakes, cookies, treats, you had to go down to the supermarket or you had to go to the candy store. There was a barrier to entry. It took some amount of effort. In the 1980s, it became much easier to go and buy ultra-processed foods at the drop of a hat. Now, I don't even have to leave my house. I can just jump on Amazon and order whatever my heart desires. And I can get it same day. And if I don't want to wait, I just get on that DoorDash. And even Walmart now, I saw Walmart, they'll come in your house and put your groceries up for you.
This is true.
So you literally don't have to do anything anymore. Some people...
Right. Yeah. So it's wild because, let me tell you something. Unless you live that type of life, right? I mean, go to the supermarket. You know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, I don't know where people find the expense to be able to have stuff delivered all the time.
Right.
Right.
Crazy.
Like I will not order delivery through any of those services.
Nope.
You know, Chick-fil-A got me the other day because they sent me a thing in the app for free delivery.
Oh shoot!
And then I noticed I bought the kids lunch. I'll let them do like fast food, like depending on what it is, like once a week, right? Like they'll do something that's like once a week. And not because I think it's inherently bad. I just want them to have a broader palette, right? And not be so restricted. Like if you only give them, you know, the things that they find super palatable, they're never gonna,
never gonna expand.
Yeah, and then you have grown people like talking about, I don't like the way it feels in my mouth. Right?
Oh shoot!
Like Officer Sarah, right? He's a grown ass 30-something-year-old man, and he has all these freaking mañas about what he's gonna eat and what he's not gonna eat. Right? So it's like, so I said, damn, this seems a little more expensive than if I'd have just done curbside pickup. Not only do they charge delivery fees, they upcharge the food when you use these services. I think like a lot of people have gotten hip to that. So when you're door dashing something, like the meal, if you would have went in and picked up the meal, for example, it might have been $12 for the plate, but they charge you 15, 16, 17, 18, plus delivery fee, plus tip.
Yep.
Sometimes they do that with the grocery services too.
Right.
And since you never step foot in the supermarket, you think that's just what the price of groceries are. But no, that's the price they are for the delivery. Because see, if they bake it into the price, you don't see an extra big add-on delivery fee. You think that it's convenience,
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
I think a happy medium would be they can bring it out to you in the parking lot. So like
Yeah.
if you're
I know they
that
got
pressed
that,
if you're that pressed for time, you know. And don't get me wrong, my wife will order some things like from Sam's, but like we have the premium membership, so for the most part it comes free.
Yeah,
you know,
it's different. The different things.
we'll do some stuff like that, but like little stuff from the super, like doing grocery deliveries. You know, like
yeah, especially like on DoorDash and all that.
and then imagine how many steps you could pick up walking through the supermarket. And then you get more in touch with your food, and you can read labels, and you can see what's there, and you'll see what options are there and things. So I actually really enjoy going to the supermarket.
Yeah.
Because I look and I'm not just there. Sometimes I'm in and out with a list.
Right.
Other times I'm trying to see what's up, what's new. And you'll see I'll discover certain things and I'll tell you, you know, and I'll post it to our fitness group and I'll be like, hey, look, I found this. I'm doing a recipe with this, that, and the other. So, you know, you gotta think about that stuff. And man, I refuse to pay for delivery. See, in New York back in the day, it was different. If you ordered delivery, they had delivery drivers. You know what I'm saying? So like the local pizza shop had their own delivery drivers.
Oh, okay. They had their
Now
their
DoorDash
guy.
and Uber. Yeah, I used to when I was in between jobs back in the day when I was younger, I used to deliver pizzas for like local pizza shops. You know, it was decent money at the time. You're talking about like the late 90s. You know,
Yeah, you
so-
get tips and all that.
Yeah, so I mean, I would make like, you know,
I used to be a pizza.
I would make like $300-400 a week off whatever they paid me, and then like another $500. So I was doing like
Right,
a
on
G a
tips.
week in like the
Yeah, that's-
90s delivering pizzas.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, so like, you know, on a busy week, on a slow week, it was like $500-600. But you know, like they had their own in-house.
Right.
So not only are you paying more, right, and then you're creating this habit around that you're not in touch with your food. So you know, I'm kind of going off a little bit on a tangent. Processed foods have their place, but I think with it comes like a whole lifestyle, and you're so used to eating out. Like I'll give you an example about you, Asher. Right. So now, and it's great. It's not to knock you.
Yeah.
You've figured out how to reduce the calories on your Starbucks addiction, right? Because it is an addiction. I like Starbucks, but not like he likes Starbucks.
I just get the
Every morning.
Trenta
Yeah,
size.
you get the venti, bro. I've seen it.
Trent's bigger.
Ever since I know it's not even listed. Like I didn't even know they had that.
That's
That's
crazy.
some secret menu type stuff right there. Oh my God.
Shoot.
Go ahead, D. Go ahead.
Why? What's he said? I'm different when I call it a supermarket. What do you call it? The grocery store? Like what?
Right.
What? I thought it was always a supermarket.
Supermarket.
In Spanish, we used to say we're going to do compra.
I thought it was
O el supermarket.
Or comprita. If it was
Supermarket.
if it was a few things, it was comprita.
Okay.
But I grew up, we call it compra. So you never mentioned the supermarket. Compra meant you were going to the supermarket, right? I guess what? Judah calls it the grocery store?
Nah, supermarket.
I don't know.
Or the store. They say no, or the store.
Corinne talking
store.
Corinne talking about I'm calling it the supermarket. The grocery store.
That's just- I'm
that must
going
be
to
a
the
North
store.
Carolina thing. That must be a Carolina's thing.
Right.
Right.
Store.
Store.
Right.
Carolina. Store.
Going to the
Going to the
store.
stove.
Right.
Or the market. Store.
Hey, keep
See,
going.
notice how she put it.
Keep Dig, I'm hoping that my wife is listening to
Oh,
this.
why? She don't like to go to the supermarket?
Nah, man.
No,
Like,
man.
hey,
Oh, my,
just go to
no,
the
well,
store.
here's the thing. I guess there's two opposite ends of the spectrum. My wife loves to go to the friggin' supermarket. Like so much so that
yeah.
like if she's gonna go and she says it's for a few things, I'm like, yeah, right.
Right.
She
Like,
freaking loves to go
see you in a
there.
few
I
hours.
think she just likes to spend money. It's like retail therapy. You know what? That's one thing I'm not stingy with is food though. Like if it's food and we're gonna eat it, like
Right.
I'll
And
spend
you
money
pay.
on
You'll
it.
pay.
Like I'll spend
proper
money on
food,
Which
though,
is good
too.
because you're paying for your health. You're paying for your.
But so back to my point, once you have an understanding of the food and stuff like that, you put yourself in a position where like you'll make better choices as you go, right? And you're not gonna do that if you're always just playing the convenience card, right? And here's the part that I said, you're losing out on steps.
Right.
If you walk through the supermarket, right? Maybe if you stop delivering everything, you wouldn't be such a fat ass and you meet your goals.
That's true. That's true.
Right?
That's
Message.
There's a lot of steps that you could take
Come on,
doing that
man.
stuff, right? Like get out and about. Like that's an excuse to go walk, right?
Right.
You know?
Come
It's
on.
crazy, D, because America is creating a world of larvebacks and giving you that platform where you can comfortably be
Right.
a larveback and not do nothing.
Yeah.
Hey, but
yeah.
then a dangerous thing.
Just
too.
don't go hungry
A dangerous thing about that
to the supermarket.
Yeah.
You don't
Go,
tip.
go in there faster.
Eat before you go. Oh, I didn't do his Starbucks tip. Don't let me forget. But go ahead.
I was gonna say if you don't tip the driver too, they might do something to your stuff.
That is another
They might,
thing.
The other
they might
thing.
steal it.
And
they
no,
might
and
do
it's not
something
just
to it.
tip them. what you think is a reasonable tip, they have an unreal because this new generation has like an unrealistic expectation of what's a reasonable tip.
This is tip culture.
You know what I'm saying, bro? If the Papa John's is 5 minutes away, and I tip $5 on a $20 order, right? You know what I'm saying? That's more than 20%. That's
great.
That's like
That's beautiful.
that's like 22%.
Yeah.
Like, that's not enough for you. Like I gotta give you a $10 tip on that. That's why a lot of times I just go do the curbside if they got it, or I'll just get my ass up, order ahead, and just get my ass up and go inside. Because why the hell am I gonna spend all that extra money on that stuff? You know. But anyway, I'll give you an example with your Starbucks habit, right? Ever since they came out with the protein stuff, right? You figured out a hack to lower the calories.
Right.
But you keep saying, I'm going to go to the protein. So I almost was you today. I was feeling tired. I said, we'll get coffee, but I need protein. I said, I don't want to waste my calories on a latte.
Right.
I've been going deeper into my deficit. I said, you know what? I said, I'm just going to take my instant Bustelo, like I put Job onto.
Sir.
I said, I'm going to throw that into the Core Power 42 that I have.
Ooh.
I said, and I'm just going to stir that up and put it in my cooler cup with ice.
That's interesting.
And
that's interesting.
And I used stuff I had in the house, and I got more protein and way less carbs and way less fat than if I did the Starbucks.
Okay.
But how did it taste though?
Better than Starbucks.
A Bustelo and a Core Power 42.
You just put me on.
I'd have to try it because I don't see.
That's
that
if you want it iced, bro.
I don't see
You
that.
just got to get your how much you want of the coffee taste, and then stir that thing in real good. The crystals dissolve.
How much caffeine?
And when I do it hot, I take the Fairlife milk, right, which is higher in protein, right, and lactose free. If you have lactose issues,
Yeah, you warm it up.
You warm up the milk.
The Core 42.
No, you warm up the milk, just the milk.
Oh, you got you got.
Because if you want the hot cafe, you just warm up the milk in the microwave and then put the instant, and that's your café con leche right there. You don't even put water in play. Bro, I'm telling you, it's fire. It's crazy.
That's interesting.
And then you hook it up. You throw a little cinnamon, little nutmeg, little clavitos, you know, and you just you hook the whole thing up.
There's some good stuff because my wife just spent like $80 on coffee stuff.
Really?
Bro.
Hey, Deke does make some good coffee with the.
My wife would disagree with you, but she's not.
I thought it was great.
She doesn't offend me though, because she's not really a coffee person. She's a creamer with she has coffee with her creamer.
I don't think Simeon really is known for that, anyways. I know Ephraim is. Colombians are.
Now her mom's is into cafe. Like her mom's does a pretty good.
But
coffee.
the tribe of Simeon in general, are they into coffee like that?
I think it depends on where you go. I think most Northern Kingdoms into their coffee. They're about their coffee, but it's just different.
But you know, Ephraim capitalized on coffee. Remember, there was a big coffee production.
Yes.
Colombia obviously took over.
Yes.
But I never heard of Simeon.
Yep.
Great plátanos though.
I gotta try that though,
bro. And then if you want a frappuccino, bro, just blend it in. Take the protein, take the instant, blend it with ice, bro.
All right, I'm about to try that. I'm about to try that sometime.
And then you just got to get your ice ratio right, so it comes out like a frosty.
Yeah, I'm about to try that sometime.
And then it's and then it's the same calories as the Core 42, which is like 230.
That's pretty.
So
good.
instead of rare, and you get lower fat, lower carbs, and all of that.
So the Bustelo didn't add much calories, if any.
No, there's really no calories in coffee.
So basically, all the calories was coming from your Core 42 and whatever else.
I didn't have to put nothing else.
Okay.
I didn't have to put nothing else.
I gotta try it then.
So you talked about writing this book. How about a recipe book? Because
I don't know. I mean, I just you know why it wouldn't be original. Like a lot of the stuff. I mean, some things are original, but a lot of stuff I just find off Instagram. I got an app called Resime. And basically, so you know when you share a recipe or when you share like an Insta, I share it to the app and it automatically puts it in recipe format. And then I have different cookbooks and everything, and all my recipes are there.
That's fire.
Yeah,
that's fire. You love to cook, don't you, D?
I don't have time.
Man, let me.
So I love to.
I enjoy it.
You be whipping. See, I don't like that. That's why I'm always at Chipotle.
I enjoy it. That's why you're always at Chipotle. No, I like to eat out too.
Yeah, I know you do, but I'm saying you love to cook.
But I noticed eating out less really helped me reach my goals.
Right. Yeah, because you can't really track and all that.
Yeah, Tobias picked up on that finally.
I see that. He's
doing a lot of stuff at home now.
But that's why I like Chipotle, because at least
it's
Chipotle,
still cheaper. Like
you can track.
It's very rare that you'll find a deal. Like Angie's Prime Grill got some good takeout deals, like $6-7 for like a double protein bowl or whatever.
Right.
But it's still cheaper, even though groceries are up. Like if you partition your stuff out better, like potatoes ain't that expensive,
right?
And you know, and then it's just like some people just don't get creative with it. You know what I'm saying?
That's what messes it up.
I'm a boring.
I used to grill.
So.
Air fryer changes the game. Yeah. No, listen. Sometimes when the calories are low, there's not a lot of room for creativity. I just do it.
Just
you
do
know,
it.
do it. But yeah, man. Anyway, let's show the next one about the what 1,000 calories looks like, and then we got one more, and then we're gonna get to the main topic. And we get to I know everybody likes to hear the fitness stuff since I've been going over it.
Yeah, that was a good combo.
Hey, prayers are going up for Mijo.
What happened with Mijo?
Mijo a little sick. He under the weather. So
Oh no, Mijo sick.
keep Mijo in your prayers.
Oraciones, Mijo.
That's our media guy, Officer David, coming up. You know, keep working, bro, because I'm seeing you on the screen. But keep prayers up for Mijo.
Let's go.
This is 1,000 calories of beef and rice, but it also has 100 grams of protein. Oh, I could never eat that much. Food, maybe not, but calories, 100%. Now watch what happens when I swap this 1,000 calories of beef and rice for 1,000 calories of nuts. All of a sudden, this is just an afternoon snack. You could probably wipe this thing out in 30 seconds.
Stop.
If you
And a lot of you be like, it's nuts, so it's healthy.
Right.
Yep.
I don't need that much.
That's 1,000 calories of nuts.
Facts.
That's 1,000
Deke,
calories
before I
of
started
nuts.
learning how to count, that's what I used to eat all the time on the truck.
Right.
I thought it was healthy.
You
It's
thought-
like, I
you
got
thought
my
you was good,
cashews
bro.
and almonds.
You
I
thought
got
you
my
was good.
protein. I thought I was good. Then I started counting. Asked if we got nuts in the house anymore.
You got nuts in the house?
Nope.
No,
They
my
used to
my
be
wife
at the
texted
counter.
me talking about, yes, Dominicans are coffee people. They drink it when they were kids. black con azúcar and pan. But she don't do nothing like that, bro. Her thing always has like mad creamer in it. It got to be mad sweet.
Oh, shoot.
Hey, my wife
She
got to a
that.
point now. She started giving me the little teaspoon cup with it, so I can like measure, so I don't over cream it.
Yeah.
Like, put too much
Oh, I
cream
weigh
in it.
I weigh my creamer
Bro,
too.
you gotta
in
weigh- you gotta weigh
milliliters.
everything, bro.
I weigh it in milliliters when I do the
weigh
You
creamer.
use like the little cups to weigh it.
No, I'll pour it into the cup, depending on how I'm making my coffee. If I'm using my machine or the drip machine or whatever, but either way, I weigh it.
Huh. I had
Got
to
to.
ask, 'cause-
Got to. Because it adds up.
Yeah, no, yeah, because I'm telling you, a lot of times the volume measurements they're not one for one.
Yeah, so I saw y'all talking about that in the chat. And I
Like
was
when
gonna
you
ask,
spoon
like,
out a tablespoon,
right.
it's usually not a tablespoon. It's
Right.
weight wise, it's more. So you're always better off going by weight.
Yeah.
Weight is always
So even the creamer, like I'll measure it, like, but then you get to a point where you know within a tight range.
Right.
So
So you've been doing this so often, you eyeball
yeah,
it.
like you kind of like I know like when I'm pouring in the cup, like where the line, okay, right
Boom.
about here is where it is and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and you figure it out.
Yeah.
But anyway, my wife talking all that smack, but she's not a strong like she's been on to coffee, but she don't like strong coffee. Like the other day, I made coffee for us, and my coffee can't be brown; it has to be black. Even though I put creamer, like when
Yeah.
it comes out the machine, it has to be
you like it.
yeah, like if it's opaque brown, like that's not strong enough. So my coffee was black. She's like, oh my god, look at how black it is. Like at least it looked like oil. It needs to look like crude oil coming out not thick like the oil, but
Yeah.
it needs to be black, like Christ.
So yeah, you're a real
Needs to be
coffee
black
man.
like
You're a
Christ.
real
Real
coffee
coffee.
man.
I need it strong. I like
My
dark
time.
roast and all that stuff
Yeah.
like that. You know?
I like mine the same way.
All right, come on, back to the video.
is 100%. Now watch what happens when I swap this 1,000 calories of beef and rice for 1,000 calories of nuts. All of a sudden, this is just an afternoon snack. You could probably wipe this thing out in 30 seconds. If you want to lose weight, you have to understand caloric density. Calorie density means how many calories a food has per gram. This is important because you could be barely eating but heavily over-consuming calories. And calories are important because your body loses or gains weight depending on your energy balance. Fat is stored energy. And if you want to lose that fat, you need to be in a deficit of energy. That energy is the calories you put in your mouth. This is why tracking your food on an app is so important. Because before you put it in your mouth, you better have a good idea of how many calories it is. So track your food, eat in a calorie deficit, and follow me for Bodybuilding Made Simple. This is
So notice what he said about the app. I think that's real important, right?
Very
I'm
important.
going to pilot something here with some of the senior fatbacks. All right,
Let's go.
I'm gonna put myself out and try to coach them a little bit on some things, and see if it works. If it works, we'll roll it out to more of the men, and then we'll see what we do there. But
Yeah, that'd be good.
yeah, right. So let's understand, because you still got people out there on the internet talking about calories in and calories out. It's not the end all be all. They talk about how I didn't count calories and I lost, but I followed this and I followed that. Whether you counted them or not, if you lost weight, you were in a deficit.
Right. Whether indirectly or directly.
Whether indirectly or directly. If it's more controlled, then you understand it. So this video I saw, and I thought it was interesting, instead of talking about it as calories, you'll understand, everybody understand money, no?
Of course.
At least money in, money out for the most part, right?
Especially money out.
See
Right.
there they put their focus on.
Right.
And when it comes to health,
everybody understand money in, money out, right? So let's watch this video. I'm not even going to interrupt it. Go ahead.
1 calorie is equal to $1. Hamburger has 300, French fries 300, drink has 150, and donut $250.
What are we gonna do with this money, bruh?
We spend it inside the body, right?
Stop. I will stop so that you understand just this part. The money is the calories of each item, right? So when it said donut is $250, it's the equivalent of 250 calories, all right? That's it. I won't say no more.
And in the body they go. Welcome, my dear friends. We are the digestive system. Don't be afraid. Come closer.
Be careful. These guys want to take our money.
Nah, bro. We only interested in digestion. Exactly. We never take no money from no one.
Well, that sounds legit to me.
Ha! Fast food are dumb.
Alrighty, blood. We managed to get out with $1,000. Alright, that's cool. And how much I owe you then? That'll be 150. Base price plus digestion. Alright, here you go. Thank you, bro. See ya.
And blood goes on to deliver salaries through the whole body.
What up, huh? How much will it be? That'll be 50. There you go.
That'll be 50 for each one of us.
Wow, that oxygen went up or what? Gonna be 50 per kidney, please. Alright.
You owe me 50.
Here, bladder, good job. That is 50 for me. Good, brother, this for you.
That's 50 for me and 50 for my brother.
But I'm the one doing all the work. How's that? How much for you, boss?
Give me 100 and I'll be fine.
Talk to me, muscle. How much for you?
We've been sitting all day, so it's only 100 this time.
Okay, you've been paid. Alright, let's see how much we got left. $200. That will go straight in the bank.
And how much did you want to deposit today?
That will be 200 calories in the triglycerides account, please.
Alright, the fat will be reflected in the belly from 24 to 36 hours. Thank you, come again. The next day...
Hello? Well, none other than salmon, quinoa, asparagus, and avocado. You don't need to be afraid. Come closer. Alright, we came out with $1,000, but all that fiber will make it more expensive, papi. Will be $300. Jesus, give me a break, man.
Blood goes on his usual salary round, but this time, Muscle says a different amount. Yeah, we went for a 20-minute run, so I need to recover. This time it'll be $350.
Damn, I don't have enough, brother. I'm going to the bank real quick. Wait for me here, okay? Hello there, I need to borrow 200 calories, please.
And why does it need to be from the belly? Can you not take it out of the legs or something?
All that is empty, bro. It needs to be from here.
Oh my god, I'm just gonna give it to you so you don't cry.
Here's your thing, Muscle. There you go. We're settled.
Wow, delicious. Now I'm ready for round 2. Well, that's how the fat market works. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down.
And just exchange calories for money, and
That
you
is
understand
excellent.
the process, right?
Like that.
Yeah.
That's why we want more muscle, right? And then the different foods, right? And notice they said fiber, so
Right,
it
which
took
costs
costs more, right?
Yeah.
You're moving more. Just it's all the basic fundamentals.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to do it any other way, and then you got to be honest about it, because you'll track calories and then you don't track the bites, the dips. The little chews, right, and stuff like that. All that adds up. You know what I'm saying? Like you get a little brownie bite, that's like 100 calories,
Right.
And over the course of a week, depending on how tight your deficit is, that could throw you out. So you got to look at all these things, right? And then at the end of the day, it goes back to what? Let's get that in Ciroc. A little is sufficient for men well nourished.
Where we at? 32?
I said, me too. I love coffee. My issue
31?
is extra cream.
31
No,
is
then you don't love coffee if you like it with extra cream and sugar.
Right.
You have to taste the bitterness of the coffee. Like that's what layers it out.
That's the point.
Like if
of
all
it.
you like is the sweetness, then what you like is caffeine and not coffee.
I like it with a lot of leche too.
That's $300.
Nah, put the leche, but leche is different than creamer. Creamer has sugar added to it.
Nah, I need the sugar.
Creamer has sugar added to it. I like to add a little milk or cream to it, but
Right.
you got to do the homemade creamer. I think I gave the recipe a while back. The homemade creamer is so much lower in calories and carbohydrates for like the same serving that you would put in.
Right.
Yeah. So and it has good layer of sweetness and everything to it.
Okay.
But yeah, now I need to taste. Like I can't have my coffee so sweet that I can't taste the coffee.
Yeah.
Right.
I need to.
To me, it
taste
defeats the purpose.
I
You
need to
have
taste.
that
I need to
coffee
taste a little bitterness of like in New York they would make the coffee and almost everybody in New York loved it. Like it was like sugar water. So they would pass it around, and I was like, nah, man. I tried it one time, and I said, oh my goodness. I said, I can't do it. Anyway, go ahead, read that.
The book of Sirach, chapter 31 and verse 19. A very little is sufficient for a man well nurtured, and he fetcheth not his wind short upon his bed.
Right, so a very little, right, is going into you knowing what your caloric intake really is, right? Don't mean like you need to, let me just eat little portions of whatever it is, right?
Right.
But it's going into that. And it says, for a man well nourished. When you eat more nutritious foods, right? Like you saw the fast food left extra, but the same amount of calories and other food and having activity that day wound up pulling from the fat stores, right?
Yep.
So when you're well nourished, right, you're eating more calorically low foods that have more volume, and it takes more fiber and everything to digest, and you wind up in a better place. Seems like a lot at first to understand, but it's not. All right, it's not. You'll be all right.
And once you start doing it, you look at food like numbers now. You know, every time I look at food now, it's numbers. Okay, how much calories is this? Will this fit into my caloric goals today? You know what? Today I'm gonna go a little extra, but that's fine because tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? And now you have something to determine, you know, where your goals are, or how to determine your goals based on what you're tracking. You know what I mean? And I think because science has increased the understanding of different things, we can now apply the scriptures even better. You understand? We understand the science between calories in and calories out. We've always had the understanding, but now that science is more open to us and relatable to us, it don't mean you knock the science. Ain't nothing wrong with the science as long as you apply the scriptures.
Right.
That's it.
The scriptures always should support anything.
That's it, bro. That's all it is. That's all it is.
Praises, oh praises. So, the main part of the topic, I told you I was going to go over this Venezuela stuff, right? Today is called the sword, the decree, and the doctrine. We're going to go over America's hand in Venezuela and Colombia now, right? Because there was something today. Look it up. There was an article called Colombia stopped sharing information with the U.S. Just look up Colombia stop sharing intelligence. Stop sharing intelligence data. Yeah, you can put intelligence data. Just click on that one. Yes. Let's do the Reuters one. So, you know, I like this is Gustavo Petro. He's the president. I like some of what he says. He's a little bit on the everybody's just human thing.
Yeah, I heard that.
So that kind of has me a little wary. But sometimes he says some stuff pretty to the point and to the face with Trump, right? So I noticed this today, and I was like, man, I said, this is like an escalation because Colombia has been one of the closest allies of the United States in the region for a long time. And, you know, now you're having multiple people say, because what they're saying is it's not exclusively drug boats. Like he's basically murdering fishermen based off of an assessment. And as we go deeper into it, you're going to understand the real issue is not even the drugs as much as it is that they want the oil and the minerals that are it's nothing new. It's the same way the conquistadors came and wanted the resources.
Right.
And then all of Europe lost their mind and wanted the resources here. And now you're starting to see that again. And what's happening is China has inched their way in, and we know this firsthand from all the visits we've done there, into South America and Central America very heavy. But they're doing it in a way where they're negotiating these forever type of leases and buybacks, and they've basically come in and where a lot of the Latin American countries have been behind on infrastructure. They're coming in and they're offering to build their infrastructure for them, but for ownership stakes. So so a lot of times, like, they'll come in and they'll say, oh, your power system's not good, your power grid. All right, we'll do it, but we own the power grid. Right. And then now all those people, they pay for the electricity. Oh, you know, your utilities aren't great. All right, we'll build it, but, you know, we're going to own it. Right. So or we're going to lease it back.
Monopolizing stuff.
They're monopolizing stuff in there. So Trump sees that as an encroachment on them getting access to the resources. But since he's not willing to go in and compete with China in that regard, what's kind of happening behind that is that he's going in aggressive with regime change. And his big thing's the oil right now. Because one thing that'll really upset the balance of power is the oil, if he starts with the oil, right? And Venezuela has the world's largest oil reserves. The world's largest
Thus
oil
saith the
reserves.
Lord.
Right? They have the world's largest oil reserves. Right. We read that when you read the prophecy of Asher, right?
Yeah.
So you're starting to see things happen where they're seeing the same old story again. And we're going to briefly talk about the Monroe Doctrine again. I can't talk about that enough. The Roosevelt Corollary. And I'm going to show you biblically some of the tactics, how it's still the same. You know how it says like the United States is an extension of Rome and Egypt and Greece, right? We're going to show you some of those things as well, right? We're going to show you those things as well. So let's read this first article, right? And let's read some of this. Go ahead.
Colombia, president orders suspension of intelligence sharing with U.S.
All right. Now, so those of you who don't know, this might not seem like a big deal, but this is a big deal, right? Go ahead. Come on.
November 11th, Reuters. Colombian President Gustavo Petro ordered Colombian public security forces to suspend intelligence sharing with U.S. intelligence agencies until Washington stops attacking boats in the Caribbean. The fight against drugs must be subordinated to the human rights of the Caribbean people, Petro said in a post on X, referencing the two countries' history of collaboration against drug trafficking. The Reuters Tariff Watch newsletter is your daily...
So that was it. I didn't want a whole big article on it. I just wanted to show that little bit. This is what was brought out earlier. That's a big move, right? Because Colombia is a strong ally of them, right? So there's a lot of little nuanced things going on. What else we got? I want to lay some foundation, and then I'm going to go to framing some of this, because you got to see the biblical elements of it. And the reason you have so much support from the MAGA people, right, and people behind this stuff is because there's this stereotype about Northern Kingdom, right? And the thing is, Northern Kingdom is the only one that don't realize that a lot of these Caucasians, a lot of these Edomites, see us the way that we do. Right. Don't put that one yet. I don't know if we'll get to that one today. Go to the one. So this is from the one with Archie Bunker, just so you can see the sentiment that they had about us. It's over here where it says classic, all in the familia. No, you passed it. My goodness, it was right up there. Go back to the files. Scroll up. You had it. There you go with the blonde chick right there. Yes, right? So some of you might not know this show. This is All in the Family. And you think that it was always just racist comments and racist thoughts about so-called blacks, right? But this is what they have to say about Puerto Ricans, right? And it comes off kind of funny. They made a joke out of it, but they get this stuff from a place, right? And these things were in sitcoms and stuff like that, right? But go ahead, come on.
Puerto Rican people are, when they get mad.
No, how are them Puerto Rican people when they get mad?
Well, if they happen to be holding one of these at the time, you could get yourself an amateur nose job.
Can you say you're not prejudiced using that stupid old stereotype about all Puerto Ricans carrying knives?
If you'd have let me finish, I would have said that it ain't them people's fault.
Whose fault is it?
It is the fault, little girl, of society. Society. See, you'd know that if you're watching some of the higher class TV murder dramas there. Them people are poor, see? That's why your Puerto Ricans have knives. They ain't like your regular Americans who can afford a gun. Don't be doing that to me with them teeth I paid for.
So, and I've shown other ones before, right? I forgot what the other show was. So even Judah had jokes.
Sanford and Son.
Sanford and Son. Even Judah had jokes on Puerto Ricans, right?
Yeah.
And you see how they pitted us against each other and how these things are out there. So this is against Puerto Ricans. They have it against Mexicans. They have all this type of thing going on where there's this sentiment, right, around our people, right? And let me tell you, a lot of this stuff is really escalating in these last days, and it's not going to go away. I think the severity of this is definitely spiritual. It's for us to see the way that these people move,
right,
and for us to use that to our advantage, because a lot of the white passing Latinos, right, for a lot of time thought that they were all right, right? You have that blanqueamiento mentality and all this stuff, and it just creates this mindset of inclusion, and it's not, right? They see us that way in many frames, okay? Hold on, let me see what else I want here. You were going to bring something out?
I was going to bring
Asher?
this up for you, Deke. This is in Jeremiah 49 and verse 10. Concerning what you said, watch what it says here.
Go ahead.
It says, but I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself.
Right. And, you know, and what that's going into in these last days is letting you know that you're going to see who that son of perdition is, right? Let's get that real quick.
Yes, sir.
About the son of perdition. And read that.
The book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2 and verse 4. Who oppose? Verse 3.
I hear you outside of the mic. I don't hear you in the mic. Are y'all able to hear him online when Tobias is reading?
Mic check.
I'll read it. 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 and verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means. For that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
Right. So this is kind of going with what you just read in Jeremiah, talking about being made bare, right?
Right.
So they're showing you who that is, right? And they're letting you know, look, this is by their actions, you're seeing who these people are, right? It's that perpetual hatred that they had that's always present, that's always there, all right? We could go on and on with that, but I want to stick to the format of this. If we circle back to some of these, we can, but I want to show a few more videos before I move on to some other sections here. Let me see what else I got. Yeah, you could show this one before we go to the video. No, I don't want to go to Banana Coup yet. I'll see when we go that.
Mic check.
What else we got here? No, I don't need the passport, bro. Oh, you know what? Since I mentioned it, let's show what a Latino MAGA sees, right? And this, remember I mentioned the white passing,
right?
And this is the wake-up call, right? The son of perdition being revealed, Esau being made bare, right? So that they can see. But let me tell you something, the people, because prior to all this stuff going on, Latinos were like what you see in this video right here. Go ahead, come on. It says what a Latino MAGA sees when they look in the mirror. Mind you, so pause it for a second. You could tell from the non-mirror picture, right, that he's classically ethnic looking as a so-called Latino, and then in the mirror he sees himself as something else. That's that white passing. That's that psychological in the head, right? That it's like mejorar la raza. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna marry with white people. They're gonna accept me, and I'm gonna be all right, right? Envying the oppressor. Exactly. That's exactly what it is. All right. Scroll away from that. All right. What else we got here? There was something else. Nope. I'm not going to go into the control because we got control and then we have the banana coup.
Trump admin accuses Venezuela.
Let me see. Go back to the articles. Let's look at some of the articles. Okay, you can just read a little bit of this, right?
Venezuela.
So things are heating up over there, right? If you're not paying attention to the news, you can see this. Go ahead, come on.
Venezuela mobilizes troops, weapons in response to U.S. warship buildup in the Caribbean.
Come on.
Venezuela is planning to deploy a guerrilla-style resistance if the U.S. attacks.
Right, because they can't go toe-to-toe, right? Obviously, with all the technology that they have. But they're not going to just roll over with it either, right? Go ahead, come on, let's read a little bit.
Venezuela has deployed military units and began amassing weapons and equipment in response to the Trump administration's mobilization of U.S. warships in the Caribbean. The buildup, which the government has termed prolonged resistance, involves involves small military units at more than 280 locations, carrying out acts of sabotage and other guerrilla tactics, according to sources in several years-old planning documents for the tactics seen by Reuters. We don't discuss intelligence matters, a War Department official told Fox News. Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro has accused the Trump administration of seeking to oust him from power.
And he certainly has, because there's been a little back and forth where Maduro was willing to take certain deals if he got certain concessions and basically step down from being the president of the country. Right?
A gift.
Yep. Go ahead. Come on.
He has pledged that Venezuelan citizens will defend the South American nation from American aggression. Meanwhile, the administration has ordered a series of deadly strikes targeting suspected drug vessels in the Caribbean in an effort to curb the flow of illegal narcotics into the United States.
Now, here's the interesting thing. Let me tell you something about that. And I don't have the articles, I think, to support it, but you can look it up and you can read it. It says that it's to deal with the narcotics in the Caribbean. But by and large, it's not from the Caribbean that a lot of the drugs are coming in, right? They're actually coming from the Pacific coast. So what's happening is Colombia is involved, not as a government level that we're aware of, but from the perspective of the farmers growing the cocaine, right? Because Colombia is known for that, right?
Yeah,
it's terrible with that stereotype, but,
but
you
it's
know,
true.
they're known for
Cocaína,
that, right? And what's happening is Ecuador has become where it runs through now. And it's coming through the Pacific and parts of Peru as well. So it's really the Pacific coast that has the issue. What I'm trying to tell you is that it's not that there isn't a drug issue that they're trying to curb, but he's using that as the cover, right? Kind of like wag the dog type of thing.
Yes, to get up in there.
Kind of like they used weapons of mass destruction to get into Iraq.
Yeah.
And then none
There
were
you
found,
go.
right? It's kind of the same deal. And if it was the case, they would really focus. Now, they did bring a ship to the Pacific, but they would focus more of their effort on the Pacific Ocean and through parts of Ecuador. Like, Ecuador's crazy, especially along the coast.
Yeah.
Like, you have the sicarios, which are like the hitmen over there. There's a lot of drugs. There's a lot of death and violence over there, right? Guayaquil and you know, Esmeraldas, there's a lot of violence going on over there. I mean, it wasn't like a year and a half ago that like the gangs assassinated political leaders.
Right, on TV, I think.
Took over prisons.
Yeah.
You know, and they did all this stuff, right? So, yes, do drugs flow through the region? Of course they do. But that's not the reason why he's doing all that, right? And you know, they're alleging that they're killing some people that are just regular fishermen, right? That's right. Which one was that? This was the article about the cocaine superhighway. Right. Okay, good. I'm glad you pulled this up. I be posting stuff and I forget that I posted them. We'll read a little bit of this so that you can see to support what I just said. Let's read this. Come on.
The cocaine superhighway. How death and destruction mark drugs' path from South America to Europe. A once peaceful country that does not produce the drugs is now a war zone as gangs vie for control to meet European demand.
Right. This is why it's moving through the Pacific more aggressively than it is into the United States, right? And don't forget how the United States, with the whole Iran controversy, used drug money and they allowed drugs to flow in so that they could buy weapons to fund the coups that they wanted to fund, right? Like, it's not like there's something new going on here.
Right.
And the thing is, most people know it. And just because,
but what can they do?
America's balls are so big.
Yeah. What are you gonna do though?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly what it is, and that's why it's all posturing. It's all like how it looks or whatever. And then they got the right guy in there that don't give a crap about what you think of him.
Yeah.
That'll gaslight the hell out of you.
Right.
You know, if you had somebody a little more reserved that's worried about appearances. But you know,
he don't give a shit.
He don't give a shit. That's why I love him so much.
Yeah, he's that 2 Thessalonians 2:4. He's exposing his race.
I love Trump because he's just showing everybody like making bear. Like he's making bear.
He's making bear.
Okay, let's just read a little bit of this. Come on.
A sign on the doorway said "for rent," and the house's lights were out. But the assault team were convinced a group of armed gang members lurked inside, and they were determined to smoke them out. As darkness enveloped Guayaquil,
Guayaquil.
There
you go.
Ecuador's largest city, 6 truckloads of military and police troopers screeched to a halt in front of the seemingly vacant home. Some pummeled its front and side entrances with steel battering rams, crowbars, and fists. Others scrambled up its outer wall. Soon their hunch was confirmed. One suspect leapt from a second-floor window and ran across a corrugated roof. As the security forces finally stormed the house, a second man was wrestled to the ground inside a bedroom. A third suspect was bundled to the living room floor as the masked squad demolished the house's interior in search of hidden guns and drugs. Where's the rifle? One soldier bellowed as a half-naked prisoner was thrashed with a pole, leaving red streaks across his back.
So no, let's read that graphic.
8,000. The number of murders between 2022 and 2023, making Ecuador the most violent country in Central and South America.
So, and remember this, so this whole article, we're not going to go through the whole thing. We'll read a little bit more. What's happening here is the drugs are running through here, right? Ecuador's become a real narco state.
That's wild, man.
And it's very problematic over there. Like, people are just living through this stuff. And, you know, the government is making an effort to do something about it, but they're basically performing terroristic acts. Anybody who talks strong against the gangs and the drug cartels, they're assassinating in public in broad daylight.
We seen it happen.
And what they did, I think it was last year or the year before, when they freaking ransacked government buildings and stuff like that, showed their brazenness. They took over prisons and everything. It was crazy. I think we even spoke about it a little bit on the show, right? But go ahead, come on.
Minutes later, the weapons was found stashed inside a child's ransacked bedroom, along with a pistol and another U.S.-made MAC-10 submachine gun. The girls sat at the kitchen table with their mother, fiddling anxiously with the toy. The disturbing scenes unfolded in January, just a few hours after Ecuador's president, Daniel Noboa, vowed to wage an unflinching war to prevent Ecuador becoming a narco state. The 2 captured men were allegedly members of Los Aguilas, the Eagles, one of the 22 gangs and organized crime groups that Noboa accuses of bringing carnage to what was until recently one of South America's most peaceful countries. The raid was an unmistakably Latin American spectacle, the kind of scene that has played out in recent years from Tijuana on the Mexican-U.S. border to Rio de Janeiro, dang, I tried. As part of a bloody and largely ineffectual battle against the illegal drug trade. But it was also a scene umbilically linked to European cities thousands of miles away, where soaring demand for cocaine from South America has helped make cities such as Guayaquil, some of the most violent on earth.
We're just going to read this other paragraph and then we're going to move on from this. Go ahead.
Ecuador is not a cocaine producer. That work is performed almost entirely in 3 other South American nations, Colombia, Peru, and Bolivia. But over the past 5 years, Ecuador's bustling Pacific ports have become a crucial shipment point for cocaine-filled containers being smuggled to the U.S. and Europe, turning Ecuador into what Insight Crime has called a cocaine superhighway.
Superhighway. Why'd I think of Jim Carrey and Cable Guy? The information superhighway. The information superhighway. It's become a cocaine superhighway, right? So I said Ecuador is what Medellin was in the 90s. So Medellin, like you've heard of like the Medellin cartel in Colombia.
Right, yeah.
So it was like real bad, right? So Colombia got cleaned up a lot, which is why they work so much with the United States, right? But I want to say from the 2000s on, because like in the 90s it was crazy, right? Yeah, I know everybody, you know, and then they put the movies out, so it's glorified. But notice it said that it's coming from Peru, Colombia, and Bolivia, right?
Right.
And if you remember, a lot of people be like, "Oh, Bolivia people sleep on," but Bolivia is like heavily involved in a lot of different things in that regard too, right?
And that makes sense, Dig, what you were talking about. So why are they capitalizing on Venezuela and Colombia if the cocaine highway is in Ecuador, Peru, and Bolivia?
Yes.
Huh. Because there's oil there?
Well, here's the other thing, because there's oil there, and the rest of South America has a lot of mineral resources.
The resources,
right?
the brass and all that.
Right, because they want the minerals and all of that. Now here's the interesting piece. Cocaine's a little outdated in the United States. Notice they said the demand's heavily in Europe, and that's what's really driving it. That's
crazy.
Yeah, the United States ones messed up. Remember, they went through meth, and now they're on fentanyl.
Yeah, right.
So like
Heavy.
they want the stuff that like f's you up real bad.
Right,
you know what I'm
Damn.
saying? Like, yeah.
Wickedness did increase on earth, boy.
Right. Cocaine has become a little bit of an elitist type of drug, right? Like your
Bruh.
common person's not doing coke. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? They
Hell
getting
no.
these hits of this heavy dopamine hit from things like fentanyl and amphetamines, right?
That's wild, bro.
So yes, is there a thing that's going on over there? But notice Venezuela was not mentioned, but they're doing that, right? So it's opioid use, right? So wow, there's a good graphic where you got this. So look at the United States where it says opioid use rate in 2023 per 100,000 is 2,080, right? And then you have amphetamines, cannabis. But look, cocaine is like 571 per every 100,000 people, right?
The opioid is the fentanyl.
Right, that opioids that falls under, I think, the fentanyl and like the methamphetamines and stuff like that, right? So look at how big that difference is, right? As far as the drug use, so it's not the cocaine, right? So he's saying that these things are happening over there, but that's not really the case. And then you see that graphic, and it tells you all the different, right? Cocaine use is higher in some places, and then again, it's per the capita, like they call it. So it's per how many people, but
Per 100,000.
right. So my point being is this, though. Go back to some of the articles and stuff we have. You have to understand that there's another dynamic being at play here, right? So let's get Psalms 83 and 3. A lot of times, Psalms 83 is almost like a catch-all for all the iniquity, right? You got to understand that, because people think that because it doesn't say specifically this, that, or the other. Well, I'm going to show you it does say it, and it's caught under one specific word, right? It's caught under one specific word. Come on.
The book of Psalms, chapter 83 and verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones.
Right. The key thing here is crafty. Crafty is basically a catch-all, okay, against all these things. Leave this graphic up, because that I'm going to show you crafty with this with what you have up on the screen now. Crafty has become a catch-all. The same way they were then is the same way they are now, right? Go ahead, come on.
They have said, come and let us cut.
Lower that a bit, because now you're going high. Lower my volume. You're fine. Just lower my volume a little bit. That's good.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
Right. So this is the same MO, and it's the same way they meet. They said, come and let us put. So the nations work together with this crafty council, right? And a lot of times it's not always open war, but there's policies, there's sanctions, it's diplomacy, it's secret agreements, right? What we call foreign policy today is basically Psalms 83 with a suit and tie.
Yep.
It's not as brazen or overt as it used to be, right? Where it was just straight up, right? They do it more in subtle ways. That's the nature of what makes it crafty, right? They put these things in crafty perspective, right?
Like a snake.
Venezuela and Colombia are just the latest stage where this crafty council has played out, because we're going to talk a little bit about how historically it has always been that way when it comes to the Western Hemisphere, right? The world at large and their influence, clearly you see what's going on, but moving into that. So how does America set itself up to rule the Western Hemisphere, right? By swords, by decrees, and by doctrines, right? So in a minute, we're going to go into the Monroe Doctrine again, just as a summary, but let me show you crafty counsel. Go ahead, put this up on the screen, and let's read this.
The U.S. calls Maduro a drug trafficker, the same U.S. that armed death squads from Guatemala to Colombia, that funneled cocaine money to the Contras, that trained dictators in the art of suppression, that turned Latin America into a laboratory of pain, then blame the survivors for corruption.
Right. So let's read the other side of it, the smaller one, and finish from where it says every lie about Venezuela. There we go.
Every lie about Venezuela is a rerun, a new label on an old imperial bottle. They tried communists. They tried dictator. They tried terrorists. Now they tried a drug lord.
They've called Maduro all these names.
Wow.
They always try. That's crafty counsel as well, right?
That is.
That's the propaganda, right? That's that popular persuasion, right?
Right.
Get that real quick. Is that in Ezra's about secret plots and popular persuasion?
Yeah. First Ezra's.
Right.
Chapter, what was it again? 5, I think?
I know it's like verse 70 something.
Yeah, 5.
Uh-huh. Get that.
First Ezra chapter 5 and verse 73.
Uh-huh.
And by their secret plots and popular persuasions and commotions.
So things like this falls under the crafty counsel as well. They try communists, but that word doesn't mean or doesn't have the force of strength that it did during the 60s, right? It's not as strong, right? Ever since the Cold War ended, right? It doesn't have the same force, right? So then they tried dictator, right? And dictator didn't have the same force. They're like, damn, the world's not backing us, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Then they tried terrorist, right?
Ooh, now that hits a little harder.
That hits a little harder, right?
Yep.
That's what he's doing with some of the immigrants. He's calling them terrorists, right?
Right.
And then that's not working. So they're saying drug lord. That'll get people. And the people that are behind it and supporting it, I read the comments in some of these groups. There's sometimes there's like political commentators that I follow just to kind of get like a little more ground level feedback versus just what the news is feeding you.
Right.
And you see the back and forth, right, of the supporters and the detractors of this stuff. And they're buying into the drug lord, right? But it says what? But the goal?
They hindered.
No. Here on the thing.
Oh, excuse me.
But the goal is the same, to make invasion sound like virtue.
They want to make the invasion sound justified, just like they did Manifest Destiny, just like they said they needed to bring class and civilization to savages, right? Different era, same type of crafty counsel, right? Now go back, read 73 from the top again.
And by their secret plots and popular persuasions and commotions, they hindered the finishing of the building all the time that King Cyrus lived.
Come on.
So they were hindered from building for the space of 2 years until the reign of Darius.
Right. So this is that crafty counsel. This is the type of stuff that they're bringing out when it comes to this type of things.
Wow.
Let me see what else we got. What else we got up here?
Some stuff.
Right. Here's some more crafty counsel. Right. And then from here, I'm gonna just briefly review the Monroe Doctrine. Right. But first, let's read this. Come on.
Trump gives CIA permission for covert action in Venezuela as president says military looking at land strikes.
Come on, scroll down.
Donald Trump's administration has authorized the CIA to covertly operate inside Venezuela, marking a significant escalation of an aggressive U.S. military campaign against Nicolas Maduro's regime. The authorization reportedly grants the CIA permission to take covert action against Maduro and his government, including as part of a wider military operation.
And this is nothing new, though. This is par for the course.
Right.
If they're announcing this, you can imagine how much more was happening in secret.
Right.
Like, you really got to put it in perspective in that way and think about that. Okay, go ahead. Come on.
Trump told reporters at the White House Wednesday that he authorized CIA operations because Venezuela emptied their prisons into the United States of America.
Yeah, we just let everybody out. They went through the Darien Gap, where we've gone over that on this show, where they get raped and robbed, where they get beaten, right, and all this stuff, so that they can make it up here. Because they're not they have to come in through the most unsuspecting ways.
Right.
It's not like they're coming in on a flight and that's the end of it.
Doors wide open.
It's BS. It's BS, and it's all that crafty counsel and that propaganda. Go ahead, come on.
And flooded the country with drugs. Last month, the administration declared the United States is formally engaged in an armed conflict with drug cartels that the president has labeled unlawful combatants, according to a confidential notice to members of Congress. The notice appears to invoke extraordinary wartime powers to justify a series of missile strikes targeting boats off the coast of Venezuela and in the Caribbean that have killed at least 27 people in recent weeks.
And I think it's up to like 50-something or 90 almost at this point with the strikes that they're doing. Go ahead, come on. And you're telling me that's all drug dealers?
Right.
They're killing fishermen going out.
Exactly.
And I think there was like 1 or 2 survivors that were on the run in Venezuela because they were fishermen that could testify that there wasn't drugs on the boat. Wow. Damn, I wish I would have saved that article. I saw something the other day about it. But go ahead, come on.
Trump said defense officials are now looking at land strikes in Venezuela.
Yup, exact same thing they did in Panama, right? And many other places. All right, drop this now. So let's deal with the doctrine, right? Remember, the title is the sword, the decree, and the doctrine. We're going to deal with the doctrine first. It's simple. In 1823, the U.S. declared that European powers must stay out of Latin America, right? This is the Monroe Doctrine. It was a declaration that the European powers must stay out of Latin America. It sounds like protection, right? But in practice, it meant this hemisphere is our backyard. Right? We don't want you here anymore exploiting the resources. As they came to power, the United States, and they knew that they were growing in authority, they were at a point where they were going to be able to back it up without any allied help. And they said, we don't want to give away what else is out here anymore. You know, and at that time, there was resources in the U.S. as well that they didn't want them to take. But the vast thing that they were aware of was the same lust, right? The same gold fever, right?
Yeah, that's their God. Money, gold, oil.
Money, gold, oil, right? Resources. And now you got these minerals that are part of it as well. The same thing, all right, is what drove them in 1823, right? Only America has the right to interfere or dominate here. And behind closed doors, they usually tell people, mind your business with what we do over here, right? And Monroe Doctrine's alive and well. Let's get Psalms 94 and 20.
Hey, Deke, I think I might have found it. The Google AI overview gives like a pretty good summation of the two fishermen that survived.
Oh, does it? All right, we'll go back to that in a second. Let me read this verse.
The book of Psalms, chapter 94 and verse 20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law?
This is the intent. It was mischievous,
right?
The Monroe Doctrine, but they made it sound like protection for the region, right? We are the police of the region, but what it really was is they wanted to protect their interests and their resources here and be the only ones to have access to it, right? And they call it the throne of iniquity, the throne of iniquity, right? It frames mischief by a law, okay? What's it frame of mischief by a law? The Monroe Doctrine is that, right? It claimed to protect Latin America from Europe, but it really gave the U.S. a legal excuse to dominate nations in the region. And they've done it since then. And I'm going to show you. We got some little videos that do it in short clips, all right? It's not a bomb. It's not a tank. It's doctrine, but it still functions like a weapon.
Right.
They weaponized their legal system, kind of like when they said, we're only going to deport the criminal immigrants.
Yep. Same thing.
And then everybody said yes. They were thinking of the rapists and who wouldn't be on board with that? The murderers, the thieves, right? Because there are some, just like they're American ones too, right? It's not like the prisons are all full of non-American citizens that don't commit these things and have those spirits. But what they failed to tell you is that the law states is if you came in illegally, that makes you a criminal.
Right.
And they were like, well, wait. Even if they're working and they're trying to get their papers, they go to school, they're part of churches and communities and things like that. Yeah, because it's a crime to be here illegally.
Exactly.
And they split up families and they did all that. Crafty, right? Crafty. So, and it's weaponized, right? So that's how that throne of iniquity moves, right? That's how the United States moves. They don't just attack with bullets. They attack with policies, doctrines, and declarations, okay? Go ahead. Let's read the AI summary of what you got. Let's put that up. Did you send it to him?
I'm about to post a screenshot.
Oh, I saw one here.
Hey, D, can we read Isaiah 10 and 1 also?
I'm gonna get to that later.
Oh, you got that one?
Yeah, that's for the decree.
The decree, yes.
So this is
because the decree is the Roosevelt corollary, not the Monroe Doctrine.
That was the CNN article, but I posted the AI overview too, the screenshot.
The mischief by
Monroe's
law.
like the setup.
The Monroe was the setup. It was mischief, right?
Mischief.
The decree is the Roosevelt corollary.
Ready?
Yeah, let's read the summary.
Key survivors. Andres Fernando Tufino Chila.
Tufino, whenever you see the little thing, it's nya.
Yeah.
Nya.
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 Like El
Enya.
Niño.
Enya.
Okay.
Tufino.
Chila. an Ecuadorian national and father of 6. Tufinho was one of the 2 survivors from a U.S. strike on an alleged narco submarine in October 2025. His family maintained he was a fisherman trying to provide for his family and not a criminal. Despite U.S. claims the vessel was carrying drugs. After being held in U.S. custody, he was repatriated to Ecuador and released by authorities there who found no evidence of a crime.
Come on.
Another unnamed survivor. A second person also survived the same October 2025 narco submarine strike and was also returned to his country of origin by the U.S.
Right. So what they did was they returned them under the premise that they thought they would just get buried in the jail system over there.
Right.
But they realized that they didn't commit any crimes where they sent them to, when they sent them back to their countries.
Right.
So they released them, and now they're talking to media, right?
Now it's a loose end.
So they're pissed about it. Go ahead, come on.
Context of the attacks. The survivors were involved in a series of U.S. military operations targeting alleged drug-carrying boats as part of a war on drugs campaign near Venezuela's coast.
Right, so this is just a summary, but there was like an article that I read that had a lot more information to it, and there was like another dynamic to it, and they were saying that especially Marco Rubio was real tight about it, like he was really upset, right? So let's go to the Roosevelt corollary, right? So now we're dealing with the decree. We dealt with the doctrine and then the decree, right? Early 1900s, Roosevelt corollary, all right, to the Monroe Doctrine. So they have framed the mischief bylaw. They built up their industrial might and their military might. And in the 1900s, they declared, and they said, if any Latin American nation is unstable or uncivilized, right? And I did a whole show on this where we showed the guy explain it, right? He says the Monroe Doctrine was them making their kind of statement, right? That we're gonna protect this region.
Right.
And then the Roosevelt corollary was saying this is the gun or the stick behind it, right? Walk softly but carry a big stick, right? It said if any Latin American nation is unstable or uncivilized, the U.S. has the right to intervene militarily. Damn. They have the right to intervene. So meaning they can say, so you're seeing this stuff play out now because they're lining up the popular persuasions and they're going on this same premise to say, we're going to be able to go in there and do what we need to do.
Right.
But really what's behind it is, and don't get it twisted. A lot of times CIA covert operations is to create or simulate something that they can then blame. Right? Because allegedly, let's say the CIA is not supposed to operate on American soil, right? There's all types of covert things that go on where things happen so that they could blame somebody else and go after them, right?
Yep.
I mean, you even see it in like drug movies or like gang war type movies, right? I'll give you an example: The Warriors, right?
Yeah.
It was on Samsung TV the other day, so I was catching the end of it. Right, Warrior. You never seen The Warriors? Classic old film. Even if I think it's even older than me. Like I was a kid when it came out. Right, I was a kid when it came out, and they had a big Judah gang, right, called the Riffs, and they became the most powerful gang in the Bronx. So they wanted to call all the gangs together to unify, right, and say, hey, we can run the city. I forgot the name of I don't know what his gang was, the Goons or whatever. Anyway, they killed Cyrus, which was the leader of the Riffs, right? And then they blamed it on the Warriors so that they could go after the Warriors. Because one of the Warriors witnessed it. So they wanted to frame the Warriors, right? So that they could go after it. That's kind of what they do, right? So they could just say, oh, they did it. And then everybody was going after the Warriors, right?
Throw the stone and hide the hands.
Right. That's it, right? Exactly. So then they wound up going after them, right? That way. Damn. You tagged me in something in the archive?
Oh, no, it was something that you had put with the Monroe Doctrine a while ago. I had tagged also David just in case.
All right. So now let's get Isaiah 10:1. Now let's get Isaiah 10:1.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 10 and verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. And that
Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, right? They said they had the right to use military, all right, to come in. Go ahead, come on.
and that right grievousness which they have prescribed.
Right. So they'll say they're uncivilized. They're unstable. They got drugs coming in.
Right.
They're sending criminals in. We have to go and clean it up because it's in our backyard. Right? Go ahead. Come on.
Verse 2. To turn aside the needy from judgment and to take away the right from the poor of my people.
If that doesn't embody that, and that's what they've done, right? And we're going to get to the point now where I'm going to show you some clips, some summations, just a few things that they've done in the region. Go ahead, come on.
That widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless.
Right. So this is literally an unrighteous decree written into U.S. policy. It turned America into the self-declared policeman of the Western Hemisphere.
Yep.
Anytime a country didn't toe the line, meaning they didn't say, yes, we're on board with you, right? They're unstable, corrupt, dangerous are the terms that they would use. We need to intervene, right?
Yeah.
They use all these different terms. It became the legal justification for all the interventions. It became the legal justification for all the occupations that they've done, installing U.S.-friendly governments, right? So now you've got doctrine and now you've got the decree, the Monroe Doctrine and the Roosevelt Corollary, right? That's how they set up their paperwork of an empire. And all throughout history, they've done these things, right? You read about it when it says in Judith, this is a people, right, that they don't keep any laws. They make it different.
They're contrary to man.
They're contrary to man and all that stuff like that. Let's read that real quick. Might as well since we mentioned it, right? Go ahead, come on.
What was that? An Esther?
It's an Esther, yeah.
Oh, Esther, that's it. Esther's where they say that. Judith's where he talks about
if these people be without sin.
Right. Thank you.
You got it?
No, hold on. Gotta find it. I used to remember this. Here it goes. Esther chapter 3 and verse 8. And Haman said unto King Ahasuerus, there is a certain people scattered abroad and dispersed among the people in all the province of that kingdom. And their laws are diverse from all people. Neither keep they the king's laws. Therefore, it is not for the king's profit to suffer them.
Right. So they're saying they're diverse, right? They don't want to do anything according to the way we want to do it. They frame these things, and then you have to come in behind it to do something about it.
And that's what they did, Deke. Remember, he set it up in a way to where he got good with the king, and then he ended up trying to create a decree against the Jews. That's why Esther came in and Mordecai came in to be able to fight for our people. But if it weren't for that, and that decree would have went forth, it would have been done.
Right.
You know? So that's exactly what happened.
Exactly.
Esther and Mordecai moved with a lot of wisdom.
Yeah, Esther and Mordecai, right.
Hold on. There was another one I wanted to say.
Damn. So Haman, all these Edomites, they've had the same plots, the same ideologies.
Same thing.
From all the way back then.
Same thing from all the way back then, right? Nothing's changed. It's that same spirit, right? So we're going to go into the sword portion in a minute. But first, I want to show a couple videos, right? So first, let me show the banana coup so you can see some of the things that they did under the Roosevelt Corollary on the foundation of what's the Monroe Doctrine, right?
Hey, these little cartoons be that clutch on how they present.
Oh, yeah, they're real good. Right. They're real good. Yeah, let's play this. Make sure the volume's good.
The CIA overthrew one of the most beloved presidents in Latin America just to protect a banana company. It's the early 1950s. Guatemala is thriving under Jacobo Arbenz. He pushes land reform, builds infrastructure, and promises to lift the country out of poverty. For the first time, farmers can dream of owning the land they work. But there's a problem. The United Fruit Company, an American banana giant, controls huge amounts of unused land, and Arbenz wants to give it back to his people. The company panics. They lobby in Washington, and soon, the CIA steps in. In 1954, under Operation PB Success, the CIA arms rebels, launches propaganda, and forces Arbenz to resign. Overnight, Guatemala's democracy is gone. What was once one of the most prosperous nations in Latin America collapses into decades of military rule and fear, all to protect bananas.
Right. So And let me tell you, that's just what happened in the 50s. All right, you have the Banana Wars.
Yeah.
And it goes with U.S. fruit, right? And a lot of these, I think now they call it the Chiquita Banana Company. Chiquita's a U.S. company.
Big company too.
Right, but its origins were these same
Banana Wars
that fell under. Now, I've gone over the Banana Wars on the show in the past too, in years past. And essentially what happened was, remember, they went in and they bought up all the farmland, the corporations, right? Because at that time it was agriculture that was the big thing. And they still have their hooks and all the agriculture that comes out of it. Many people don't farm for themselves, and not to the scale that they could to then feed the rest of the world their exports, right? So when this president came to power, he was going to give all the stuff back to the people. And the company said, wait a second, you can't do this. These are our companies here. We own this. So they went to the United States. They lobbied the congressmen and all this other stuff. They had special interests. Some of them were congressmen and things like that. And they went in and, that was just a 1-minute summary. But if you're interested in doing more research, you can look into it. They wound up doing all these different things that we've gone over, popular persuasions, propaganda, all this different stuff, so that then they can what? Go ahead and do that. Now, what they don't mention in this video is how they used WINSEC, which was once called the School of the Americas, where they trained these different officers to do this.
Oh,
right?
I remember you talked about that also.
So it was they were U.S. military schools that were in the Western Hemisphere, right? So you know how you go to college to be like a lawyer and a doctor? This is where people they wanted to indoctrinate and support, right? And say, we'll let you run the country. We'll be a friend of America to get out whoever they wanted to get. That's the school they went to learn how to commit those atrocities and do that stuff.
And didn't you bring out that they still have them? It's just under a different name.
They just changed the name.
Now it's called WINSEC, right? Which is Western Hemisphere something. Can we look it up real quick?
Before it was something else, I think.
School of the Americas.
Okay,
it's called School of the Americas, right? Right. So look, that's a good one there. 1898 to 1934, the Banana Wars.
Corps. Damn.
The Marine Corps and the Banana Wars. But look up WINSEC, WHINSEC.
What's he doing in it?
Western Hemisphere Institute for Security Cooperation. Much more benign name, right?
Right.
Let's read that real quick. We've gone over this before, but I tell you, brothers and sisters, to understand the dynamic, you know how like we study the slave trade and all this other stuff so we can understand Southern Kingdom, right? To understand Northern Kingdom, right? And by extension,